That messed up. What is? Here we go.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
it's over?
It's over 8,000.
What eight? Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been popping gas station dick pills all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Opinion. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Brothers, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit. On my left, the oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
You can't spell the purge without PG&E.
Oh,
Good.
I
was gonna use
Good
one.
one, dude.
On my far right, engineer knows the 1 2 joke on the 3 4 Kronos.
The best joker ever is, of course, Mark Hamill.
Last but not least, we got your boy, Blue.
Do yourself a favor. Look for PAAG on Pornhub. You're welcome.
AAG?
It stands for a fat ass Asian girl.
Ooh.
Oh.
Right back.
Do yourself a favor.
I thought that was some Bella Thorne shit.
Yeah, PAAG.
We have
Okay.
to squeeze that in.
Or PAG, I guess how you pronounce it.
It's a pag.
Hey, PAG.
All right, we back up in here. No Stitch, she's witness protection program in the wind, helping zombie, whatever the fuck.
Try to
Gotta go
put out
get-
fires,
Hide.
potential fires,
Had to go back down south.
Hiding from the truth. Let's go.
All right.
infiltrating the clan.
Let's see here. Listener of the week would be Gomez, and the first in the chat would be Tracy. What's going on, man?
Ooh, Tracy. Oh, I know Tracy. What's up, fam? Yeah, from Twitter and all that other stuff. I'm glad he's up in here. We're about to get into it. Old Ninja, you usually got some type of malt beverage that you pouring out of respect, and then we shit on them.
Yeah, it's all bad. Yeah, but it's true. We gonna pour out some Mickeys. Got some Mickeys for y'all. First, we're gonna start it off because we didn't do these last week, so there's 2 from last week.
Oh, too late, they're dead.
Well, they're all dead, so yeah. First, we're gonna start off with Linda Porter. She's best known as Myrtle Veteranian on Superstore. She's also appeared in
Superstore?
Superstore. No,
It's like
Superstore
a
and NBC.
sitcom.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a sitcom. It's a super
Oh,
popular show.
the one that's based off Walmart, basically. Like
I
they wear
guess.
the blue vests and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
It's a super popular show. They had a whole spot at Comic-Con this year.
Nice.
Not that popular. Ain't none of us watching it.
Oh god, dang. But yeah, and then she's also on the Twin Peaks TV series.
Was she an old woman?
Yeah, she was 86.
Okay.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
so R.I.P. to her. And then Rob Garrison, most famous for his role in the original Karate Kid. He played Tommy in the film. He's done a bunch of bit parts through most of his life, but he was also a restaurant manager while he was doing like small roles in TV and film.
Nice.
And then last we have Diahann Carroll,
Yeah.
legendary performer. Diahann Carroll, first black woman to win a Tony Award for performance in the stage production of No Strings.
Okay.
Don't know what that is. She was also nominated for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Claudine.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Back in the day.
Was she on a Cosby Show?
She was on a different role, so I'm
That's
going
what
to
it
talk
was.
about
Yeah.
in just a second. She mostly starred in big studio films that did their first features with all-black cast. She was usually cast in those. Her first big break came at 18 when she was a supporting actress to Dorothy Dandridge.
Oh, wow.
Where is it? Oh, in 1968, she was the first African-American female to have her own TV series where she was not a domestic worker.
Wow. So what was it? Do you know the TV series?
Shit. I just had it. I lost it.
Did you say it, Blue?
Yeah, it was Julie.
Julie. Okay.
Yeah.
Julia. It's
Julia.
Julia.
Yeah,
It's
Julia,
Julia.
sorry.
There you go. She went to high school, or she went to school with Billy D. Williams, and also starred with him in the TV series Dynasty. She also received numerous Emmy Award nominations, including her work for A Different World. She died due to breast cancer on October 4th. She was 84.
Classy woman.
Yes.
Very, very classy.
She was very, she had a very tumultuous, private, personal life.
Here we go.
So, well, what do you mean, here we go?
Are you shitting on her? Or?
No. She just, there was a lot of stuff that she did that was public. Like, when she was, 40, in her late 40s, she married the 24-year-old editor-in-chief of Jet Magazine.
I don't see a problem, per se. I mean,
Well, a lot
what's wrong
of,
with
back
that?
then, that was, compared to
it
now.
was scandalous? is
Yeah,
what
it
you're
was
saying?
kind of a little scandalous, a little bit.
Okay.
I always like looking at like celebrities like.
Well, it's because she had just came off of divorce too.
Well, that's even better.
Divorce had that.
Gotta get that new dick.
Yeah.
Divorce had that stank on it.
Yeah, it had this stank back then.
But I like looking at like celebrities like track records of who they like how many times they've been married and who they've been with, and it's pretty funny like looking at her.
Yeah,
She's been married like 6 times. Oh, 5.
Kind of like Elizabeth Taylor too.
Yeah.
Right?
She's like the black Elizabeth Taylor.
But she only has 1 kid, which is surprising.
I think she has 2.
No, at least on Wiki it says 1.
All right. Well, again, R.I.P. She lived a long life, definitely legendary career and all that good stuff.
She also survived from breast cancer. She's a breast cancer survivor.
But then
she died of breast
took her out,
cancer.
right?
Yeah,
Well,
her cancer came back.
She survived temporarily.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
All right, where we want to go first?
Oh, let's talk about something kind of real quick. Blue kind of touched on it,
I did?
but well,
about
kinda.
tags?
no, but Pornhub.
Oh,
So
yeah.
y'all see about this Bella Thorne nominated for a Pornhub award because of her directorial debut? So she
No.
directed a film, I guess, that was exclusively on Pornhub.
Isn't Bellator like, isn't that MMA?
Is it porn?
Yeah, well, yes, they're fucking.
Okay.
Well, you
So-
said like a film. I'm thinking like an actual movie.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, porn makes feature-length film. It's not just a clip.
Okay.
But there's movies on Pornhub.
But like,
Yeah,
and there's been plenty of porn actresses that turned into directors, right? I mean,
Yeah.
quite a few.
Well, you're talking about Bella Thorne, who's a former Disney star. Doing,
Oh, is that the thing?
yeah,
Okay.
she was on like
I
the
didn't know
Disney
that.
Channel and shit like
Yeah,
that.
I knew that.
And
The redheaded chick, right?
and she's pretty young as well. She's still like maybe
I gotta look
21.
this chick
Tell
up.
me what she look like.
You've
What's
seen
she,
her before.
Yeah, you
What's she
probably-
looking like
She's
now?
like redhead.
Oh wow,
skinny.
she was in that Raven Simone, right?
Yeah, that's so
That's
Raven.
So Raven?
I think she's
Yeah.
in both. I think she's in the spin-off and That's So Raven.
Okay.
Yeah, she-
All right. Bella Thorne. Good
She's
for her.
a young chick, but she.
Oh, maybe it's not her.
She's doing her thing then.
Yeah.
Have you seen this movie? Is that what
No,
the porno? or-
you need to be like a Pornhub Premium or some shit like that to watch the film. So I'm assuming later on it'll be released to the masses, but for now,
She was on a show with Zendaya.
oh, there you go.
Oh,
Well,
one of those
well,
Disney shows?
Well, now it's fucking weird. Because she's hella young.
I mean, she's got to be in her 20s.
Yeah,
well,
she's
no,
in
I
her
mean, but
20s,
she was. It's just weird because she was on a Disney show as like a kid.
and now she's directing for Pornhub.
We have Miley Cyrus swinging on wrecking balls with fucking.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she fucking was. I mean, look, she wanted to switch up her career. She definitely didn't want to keep that Disney image.
Well, she's still doing Hollywood stuff, so she's doing both worlds.
Wait, right
not,
now?
Not
Yo.
for long.
Probably not for long, but she has projects in the pipeline.
Usually those
I'm
worlds
sure
are very separate.
Yeah.
The projects in her pipeline are called penises.
Oh god dang.
Well, well, I was gonna say she's directing, so she's not actually in it, but
Yeah, she's not in it. So
And look, we here on Black and the Black Diamond Divinity don't make the fucking rules for Hollywood, but I know that's been a pretty established rule since back in the day of you can do porn or you can do regular movies, but usually, maybe there's some exceptions, usually not both.
yeah, there's some exceptions like Nina Hartley. She's done some, and then obviously Tracy Lords. But once
No,
she
Tracy
left
Lords
porn,
didn't
she
go-
never
yeah,
went back.
They don't go back.
well, Kim Kardashian, she did porn, so.
That was
she
really
made a sex
actually
tape.
a sex
It was a sex
tape.
tape,
It
yeah.
wasn't a professional porn shoot or anything like
Yeah.
that. I would say this: Sylvester Stallone did porn
And did Hollywood.
and then went to Hollywood later when he was like unknown and shit.
Actually, Ashlyn Gear, she's one. so she would do porn, and then when she did film, she would change her name. She would use a different stage name for Hollywood film. She's actually, I think, in what's that show? Grey's Anatomy, and I think in Blade for a quick second.
Didn't Carmen Diaz, wasn't she also in porn, or was she just in like a nude photo shoot or something?
She did a lot of dancing, and I think she did a lot of Playboy and nude shooting.
Yeah.
I don't remember her actually in
Cameron
porn.
Diaz?
Yeah.
I don't remember her being
Not
naked.
Cameron
Yeah.
Diaz.
Oh,
Yeah,
you think
I think
Carmen
Cameron Diaz.
Electra?
No, Cameron Diaz.
No,
no.
nah.
No, I know there's like some images or video of her like nude. I don't think she was having sex. I think it was just probably like a Playboy cover shoot. Or
That's
something
probably
like that.
some leak, something someone stole
Yeah.
from her.
Yeah.
The happening did happen multiple
Yeah.
fucking times.
I mean, there's the new hotness though. The one that everyone's talking about is Malin Ward, who was formerly on Boy Meets World.
Who the fuck was that on board?
She was a
Oh, the
little
black-
redheaded chick.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
she went full on porn. She's in. She directs her own. She does like BDSM, interracial.
She was like Topanga's friend, or what? Who we're
I
talking
believe
about?
so. Yeah, I never really watched the show, but she's been in like a bunch of their shit. Maitland Ward. Maitland Ward.
For some reason, I can't remember her. But all right,
Boy, she's done all kinds of naughtiness.
good for her.
Damn, them titty meat.
Yeah, she don't care.
Another redhead.
But
There
then
you go.
people were saying,
damn.
I guess she's doing her first feature-length porn film, but she's already done a bunch of clips and stuff already. She's done, all kind of different genre stuff.
I'm gonna do a little research when I get home.
There you go. There you go.
Gotta
All right.
add to the research
Hey,
folder.
look, she's cosplaying.
There you go.
Yeah, she
Wait,
also
what?
Woman.
Yeah, she's also a
Little
cos.
Woman.
Ivy Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she
or
cosplays as
Vamp-
Ariel from
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
She's probably in San Diego. Y'all probably missed her.
Yeah.
Probably. Probably didn't know who she was.
Dude, any of you guys watch the show A Good Place or The Good Place?
No, not really.
So it's like a show on NBC where it's about people going to hell or heaven. But there's a character on there. The actress name is like Darcy something. It's so weird because this chick, like, she has kind of a, I don't want to be like, she has a fat face, but she has a banging fucking body. It's so like when you see her,
This is
like,
network television.
yeah. So it's like NBC, I think, comes on.
Okay.
But like, it's so crazy because you can watch. They have season 1 through 3 on Netflix right now.
Nice.
But yeah, when you see her face, you're like, wow, her face. She has like a fat person's face, but she has like a supermodel's body. Like it's fucking ridiculous. Like her shit's all tight.
Good shit. Good shit.
Oh yeah. So Maitland Ward, she was Rachel something. She was blonde there on the show. She played Rachel McGuire. There we go. That's who she was in Boy Meets World. She's also in White Chicks. Is one of the
seen that in a long
she's
time.
one of the sorority chicks. So
All right, we can go down a long rabbit hole when we talk about porn.
Sure fuck can, boy.
All right, let's get into this Joker movie. God damn it! Big shit dropped this weekend. Who should have seen it? I know Old Ninja, right?
yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
haven't
see
seen
it?
Not yet.
Kronos
I'm not gonna
is
watch
abstaining from it.
Yeah.
We know Stitch is.
Well, I was thinking about watching it, and then people kind of confirmed what I was thinking, what I said last week, and I was like, totally not interested then.
Well, let's get
yeah,
into it.
go for
Let's
it.
get into it.
Wait. Are we gonna do? So Blue, you plan on seeing this?
Yeah, I plan on seeing it, so don't go too heavy on spoilers.
I
but-
mean, you said you wasn't gonna see it last week, right? Or,
No, I said I was
we
gonna
won't go too heavy.
I-
But there's gonna be some things.
I said I'm gonna go see it. It's just I wasn't able to see it this weekend.
All right. Old Ninja. Well, first of all, Stitch was completely fucking wrong about his fucking prediction. Let's just put that out the way
What
right
was he
now.
wrong about?
What was
He
the
was
prediction?
he was saying 80 million for its opening domestic weekend.
He wasn't that far off, though.
Nope,
Nah.
completely way off. I mean, I said 100 million and it was
Domestically?
96.2.
Domestically, it's only 16 million.
I mean, 100 million is
Yeah, it's
it.
closer,
You know, that's it's way fucking closer.
I mean, it wasn't a great opening, in my opinion.
It
Oh,
didn't
that's
drop.
full, you're full of shit. You
No,
are
I'm not
full of shit.
I'm
You
not
are full of shit. Oh, it's not a great opening?
No, it's not a great opening.
Then why is it better than Aquaman? And why is it better than
that wasn't great either.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
That wasn't great either.
Venom?
Those were also not great openings either.
Both Ant-Mans, both Thor, the first two
You're
Thors,
naming
first two
movies that
Captain
didn't have great
Americas,
openings.
and Spider-Man,
Okay.
European Vacation, the $1 billion movie.
Okay. Wait.
All of these, I mean, it's done better than a lot of fucking comic book movies.
Saying
Come on
it's done
now.
better than in opening weekends, and then saying it's did a great opening. That's two different things.
No.
Yeah. It
No,
is.
these movies all had great opening weekends that I just gave you.
No, those weren't great opening weekends.
What were those numbers?
Great opening weekends to me is like near to like 125 million plus.
That
It's not
is an
under.
even better, but this was an exceptionally
It's-
great weekend.
Especially, given the amount of box office records that have been broken recently.
96.2 million is unheard of. Again, for a rated R movie, it came out in the fall and broke records for October and the fall release.
The October,
But
that's bullshit.
But, these are the facts of this
Well,
movie.
yeah, but just saying it broke a record in October, it's not saying much,
For all of the movies that have come out in October, this is the highest grossing opening weekend.
sure.
That's
Okay.
That's
But
big,
it's
and
not saying
for
much.
the season of the fall, which is a 3-month season.
Not saying much. I don't think this.
I mean,
is
it did
gonna
better
make-
than Venom last year.
Okay,
That did well.
I don't think it's gonna make the Venom overall money at all.
We will
We'll
see, but we can't say that it had a shitty weekend
I didn't
or
say
even
shitty.
anything close
I
to
just
that.
said it wasn't great.
On a $50 million budget, beating
You keep
Spider-Man,
giving all these excuses, but it's not a great opening weekend.
beating Spider-Man 2, beating
Okay.
both Amazing Spider-Man.
You're comparing it to things that did not have great opening weekends either.
All
So I don't understand the
did
point
Iron
there.
Man have a great opening weekend? The first one?
No, it didn't.
Oh, come on.
It didn't. Especially compared to like the superhero movies of today. those
I
are
gave you a
not great
superhero
numbers.
movie of today. I gave you one of this year that did $1 billion, and it did better than that.
What the opening weekend, sure, but it's not going to make as much money, and it's not. What I'm saying is the opening weekends were not great. Venom opening weekend was not a good opening weekend.
So-
It was 80
Especially
million.
That's not great numbers as far as like superhero movies go, or even just movies. Look in the fucking top one,
I-
like fucking 50.
I literally
movies.
just gave off the top of my head 10 comic book movies that this is beaten for
So-
its opening weekend.
It didn't beat Iron Man, that's for sure.
No, it came within
close.
2 million of
And
beating Iron Man.
And it beat
Guardians of the
by,
Galaxy.
by 2 million.
It beat Guardians of the Galaxy. It beat both Amazing Spider-Man. It beat Spider-Man European Vacation. It beat Spider-Man 2. It beat Guardians of the Galaxy, like I said, Justice League, which did shit. It did.
but everything but beat Justice League.
Yeah, it beat all 3 of the Matrix's movies.
Fucking Chucky.
It beat all of the John Wick movies.
Chucky beat Justice League, so that's not a very
So
good
right now, the Joker movie is number 4 for rated R movies
Of all time.
of all times.
That's a great opening.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It
We can't hate like this.
It got 123 million opening weekend, and the Matrix got 91. Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah, that wasn't. I mean, I'll stick to my statement.
Beat
Really
Doctor
am.
Strange as well, too. I forgot
Okay,
about that one.
that wasn't great either. So it
And all
wasn't.
these movies did well, man.
They did well, but they weren't great.
These
They're
these
not
things
even
are not
even in the top 50 opening movies of all time domestically.
all of those are PG-13 movies, aren't they?
I didn't give that. I didn't.
I
I,
mean-
didn't. I didn't give that. I didn't give any sort of. But this, I'm saying it wasn't great overall. I didn't say radar movies. I didn't say PG-13. I just said out of the movies overall, it wasn't great.
When you
it's
look-
not in the top 50.
When you look
It's
at
not
comic
great.
when you look at comic book
See,
movies,
you're giving more. You're trying to narrow down so it seems like it's doing better than it actually did. It's not in the top fucking 50.
it did. I will fine. I will go with that.
Thank you.
However, it did better than all of these other movies
Sure,
that are
I'll
big
give you
numbers.
that. And
I
those
mean,
weren't great.
that's-
And those weren't great either. That's all I'm saying.
That,
You keep giving
but
qualifiers
here's the
that-
thing. Here's the thing. Did
I'm
you
not
ever
arguing
say?
with.
Did you ever say for the last 4 years on any of these movies that came out, oh, it didn't have a great opening weekend? No.
Yeah, I did. I said
When-
that
which
weren't great
movies?
opening weekends.
Which movies
I don't-
did you say that on?
The ones that don't do great, I usually don't say anything. Seriously.
But you speaking up loudly that this didn't do great. You didn't say that with Venom. You didn't say that with any of these.
You said it did great, and I'm saying it didn't. Because it didn't. It's not in the fucking top 50.
We have mentioned on this show every time we do a movie episode
Mm-hmm.
the opening numbers, and you have not said with any of these movies that it beat that those movies didn't do great. I mean,
Because
come on.
You're the one that said it's great. If you would have said, like, Doctor Strange did great opening weekend, I would have said, no, it didn't, because it didn't. If you'd have said any of his other movies that you would have said they did great that opening weekend, I would have said, no, they didn't. I would have said the same exact thing, but you never gave any of those other movies, you never said they had great opening weekends.
I said-
This is the one that you're saying it for,
I
and that's why I'm
said
calling your bullshit out.
Literally last year that Venom had a great opening weekend. You can rewind the tape for a year from now,
Yeah,
a year ago.
And I believe what I said back then was that domestically it didn't, but globally it did. We can run the table on that shit if you want.
You might
Because
have
globally
you might have
it
to.
did. If you look at domestically, I think it was less than 100 million.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
an $80
Yeah,
million
way
dollar.
less,
But
yeah.
that was
So-
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. It didn't do better than Captain Marvel. I'm just gonna say that.
That's fine.
I'm
It
just
didn't.
saying that.
It didn't do better than Black Panther.
Because
I
I'm looking,
realize that.
I'm looking back at Captain Marvel had an explosive fucking weekend. I totally forgot. I forgot the ass kicking you got in that 150 million.
Yeah.
Damn.
But you also got to take into account that this was an R-rated movie, so
True.
not a lot.
With
But
a-
then
with
again,
a $50 million budget.
yeah, but then like Logan and like Deadpool and stuff like that had a smaller budget than that, and they did pretty
No.
well.
Logan had a larger budget than this.
What I'm
And
saying,
so-
like-
and Deadpool 2 had a larger budget.
Yeah, but Deadpool 1 is still number one R-rated
yeah.
movie, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
barely had a budget.
That had like a $50 million budget, and it
Yeah.
did gangbusters. It did
Yeah.
like 132 million first opening weekend. I'll give you that.
That's a great opening weekend.
So, yeah,
And it was rated R.
Logan's budget was 97 million, and
Mm-hmm.
Joker's was 50.
Yeah, 50 million.
So
You gotta give credit to it. You know. Anyway,
But then there's also the stigma or stigmata or whatever that, the theater shootings and shit. Was
well, I
happening,
mean,
so
look,
it's probably a lot
the media
different.
beat this drum like dumbasses for 3 fucking weeks,
Yeah.
all talking about blaming this movie and its director for the shooting basically in 2012, saying it was a dangerous movie to make, it was going to cause violence. The death count from this past weekend is exactly 0. So
They didn't complain about The Purge, any of those. They didn't complain about John Wick, no other violent movie.
they had a
But
killer clown movie last month, or it's still in theaters. It too.
Killing kids.
Yeah, nothing close to the level of violence and be afraid and fear mongering that they did with this movie. They singled it the fuck out.
actually, Fight Club I think is more of a rallying film. and that is almost a call to arms if you ever watch it. And
So
there was no.
I thought this movie reminded me at times of Fight Club. Fight Club and V for Vendetta and Watchmen.
V for Vendetta, I guess. Watchmen, kind of a stretch.
At least for me.
But I will say there's definitely the stink of Alan Moore on this film.
Oh, yeah.
Despite what your boy Todd Phillips was saying, and I like Todd Phillips, but he was fucking flip-flopping about what film he was kind of making. Like, he wanted to distance himself from a comic book film, but yet the root of the character, the root of this entire story was Gotham City, the Joker, and the Wayne family. I mean, it's pretty much what this movie's about.
Definitely.
And he was skipping around this shit trying to deny that for a minute, and then he had to come back and be like, well, this really is, but this is a character study, which it is, but it's like, dude, you need to plant your feet and tell people that you made a character study movie about a comic book character, which means you're making a comic book movie. And him trying to stay, but him trying to distance himself with that is not a good look.
Yeah, I'm halfway with you on Old Ninja on some of that, but at the same time, none of the media was fair to this dude. I mean, eventually he said some weird shit, but I would get fucking tired of answering to, again, real life shootings when no other director has had to fucking do that in recent history.
I think the only one might have been Gus Van Sant.
What did he
I don't know what
direct?
the fuck that is.
So
Who is that?
he directed Good Will Hunting, the movie he followed up with that.
The
with,
fuck?
Good Will Hunting. Oh, not that movie though. Okay, go ahead.
No, not that movie. The movie he did after. It's called Elephant, which is almost a direct.
Have you heard of this? Am I tripping? Okay.
So Elephant was basically loosely based off of the Columbine shooting. If you watch the film, it's literally about a school shooting, and the way it's cut, it's different groups of people. What happens at the time of the shooting?
Yeah, but there's a drastic difference in terms of the media exposure with that one because I've never fucking heard of it.
Because it's an
And
indie
this one.
film.
Yeah, I mean,
it's super. It was a super small film.
This ain't an indie film, obviously.
Oh yeah, no.
Hold on.
But,
Since Stitch isn't here in the studio, but he's saying
it's in the chat.
He's in the chat, and he's saying that it budget was $35 million, and it crushed Joker with $123 million opening weekend.
Yeah, the first one it did, but the second one did not. It hit 91 million compared to Joker's 92 or 96 million. So please shut the fuck up and eat a dick.
He said,
God
it's the correct one, yeah.
So yeah, he didn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay.
Oh wow. He's typing angrily
Yeah.
right now.
So you can please chime in, Stitch, as you were scared to show up here.
Damn.
Let's talk about reviews. 90% on Rotten Tomatoes for the users. 9.0 on IMDb for the users.
Wait, what was the critic? Wait. What was the critic rating on Rotten Tomatoes?
Well, I was going through all three for the users first.
Okay.
And because that's what was consistent. 90% Rotten Tomatoes for the users, 27,000 votes. 9.0 IMDb, 198,000 votes. 9.3 on Metacritic, 2,500 votes. Now, for the Rotten Tomatoes, 69% from the critics with about 400 critics, right?
I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that. So
You the one
obviously
who did the
that's
research. I didn't care that much.
That's the discrepancy in terms of the users giving it across the board a 9 out of 10, and some of the critics giving it
Well, let's see.
Roughly
68%.
68, 60,
with 447.
400 votes. So
Fuck
big-
critics.
Yeah, big drop off from the critics to the users who seem to
Well, it's got
love this.
it's got a pretty low score on Metacritic, but I think that's just all critics.
Yeah, but
out
for
of 58 critics.
it's 93 for the users is what I
Yeah.
compared to. So similar to the Rotten Tomato discrepancy.
Yeah.
Users versus the actual critics.
But so far, everybody here that talks about this movie has talked about how, as a cinematic movie, it's really good. Like the way Joaquin Phoenix acted as a Joker was really good. Like all the directorial stuff is pretty good, and like everything action packed was pretty good. But I haven't heard anything as far as like, oh, this movie fucking changed my life.
Oh, shit.
No, we'll definitely get
So-
into it.
Stitch said you called him out a scare, but he said that you don't welch on bets.
Oh, okay.
He don't welch on Bell.
Yeah, okay. But you were wrong on your initial information that you gave out to the world.
No,
So,
it wasn't. What are you talking about?
He said 80 million for this one, and
Oh.
it didn't get anything close to 80 million. Well above that. So, and did better than his Spider-Man. So eat a dick. Old Ninja, what you got to say about this movie? You seen it, I think, opening weekend, right?
I saw it Thursday night.
Yeah.
Last Thursday. there's actually a tangent I'm going to talk about after we go through this. But, yeah, there's a lot to unpack from this film because this is definitely character study. The biggest thing that I noticed within the first 30 seconds is this wasn't what I thought it was going to be from the start because they used the old Warner Brothers logo, and then the setting when we see the backdrop of Gotham, like I'm like, what time is this? And then all the cars are like late 70s, early 80s, maybe even late 60s, early 70s, maybe. It's even hard to tell because no one had a big box TV. Yep. Everyone's TV had like a turn dial, no remotes. At least I didn't see any remotes. I was like, okay, this setting, they're taking it back to get a lot of the technology out of the way and to focus on like these people or this one person and perhaps. So I was like, okay. And Gotham kind of looked like New York, I guess. Maybe Chicago looks that way. I don't know. But Gotham was a shithole, to be honest. I mean, the setting was like, this place was shit. It was shitty. They were talking about there was a garbage union dispute.
Yeah, strike or something.
So the city smelled.
Oh, shit. Tony Soprano up in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I thought that was a maybe an Easter egg to another villain. So
Which villain did you? I'm sorry.
I think it's Ratcatcher or Rat. He's like another Batman. He's like a super like D-list Batman villain.
Is he the one that like?
Calendar Man?
Yeah, he's literally like he's on the same level.
I think he's like a guy that lives in a sewer or some shit.
Yeah, is he Ratmaster? He's like Ratmaster, Rat King, or Ratcatcher, one of those things.
Yeah, something like that.
He's something like that. But I was like, okay, are they gonna show this dude? Maybe they did, and we just missed it. But still, I was like, okay, this is interesting. They definitely tried to ground this film to make this like, you're watching some guy basically get beat down. Like, he doesn't have one bad day. He has several bad days. Like, he's beaten down by society, and then he has everything that he knows stripped away from him. And then what he does after that is like the remaining of the film.
Yeah. For me, the thing that I enjoyed the most, again, not giving out big spoilers because it sounds like Blue is still going to watch it. A few people may watch it later, maybe after this review. Joker kept that motherfucking thing on him at all fucking times. And what I mean by that is once he got strapped, which was really early on, you just knew he was ready to go. He was like, I'm not supposed to have fucking guns. He said that, and I was like, okay, here we fucking go. And I forgot that he had it on him at all fucking times. And that was crucial.
I didn't forget it. I knew that was a key. I mean, I guess picking it up, it was a key thing because, like, you've read The Killing Joke. You saw this film.
And this was heavily, for those who say, oh, this has nothing to do with the comics, you definitely see, scene for scene, some shit from The Killing Joke.
Yeah, I mean, like, literally the first half of The Killing Joke is pretty much this whole fucking film. With some minor.
Well, as far as like them
changes.
telling the backstory of the Joker.
Yeah.
It's a straight up Killing Joke. Yeah.
What we don't see, there's no Red Hood gang.
Mm-hmm.
There's no Red Hood. It is about him trying to be a comedian, but it's also him about trying to take care of his mom.
Yep.
Which I thought it was his wife, because in the comics it's his wife and a kid.
Wife. Yeah,
but in this it's his mom.
Well, but the biggest thing is Joker is not a reliable narrator. And we know that even from the Dark Knight movie when he was like, want to know how I got these scars? And he told a different story every fucking time.
So let's be clear. He does not. There's no narration in the film.
You're right. But
there's no
but
narration
him being
in
the
film.
lead, like, main focus.
Yeah.
And what he sees and what the audience sees ain't always consistent.
And not only that, we are told like within the first 8 minutes of the film, this is a very disturbed individual. Mm-hmm. He is not well in the clinical standpoint as well as socially. He is not a well person. Yeah. And I guess he was well enough to get a job and get out of where he was, but he's still not well.
Barely. I mean,
barely.
Here's the thing. Joker's living in Harlem. Living in a black-ass neighborhood in a basically Section 8 house.
He's like Spanish Harlem, because there's not that many black folk in Gotham.
He's on the border, then, fine, of Spanish Harlem and regular Harlem. That's what it feels like to me. But, yeah, bad neighborhood. He loves Red Bones. I love Zazie. She was so fucking great in this. But
Her 5 minutes in the fucking
no,
film.
she was in a little bit more. But here's for me, and again, not spoiling anything. My biggest takeaway from this, Aquaman gave us that big dick energy and shit, and it was like a supercharged Lobo Wolverine version of fucking Aquaman, very different from any Aquaman we'd ever fucking seen ever, right, on screen. And DC hadn't done shit with fucking Aquaman before.
Yeah, we never seen it on screen. Really.
Yeah, Momoa.
Well, except for Smallville.
Sure, Momoa put something very unique and different into it. Joaquin gave us that gas station dick pill energy. This was crazy. You didn't know where it was gonna go. It was wild, and it was subtle, and then crept up on you, and you wanted to fuck more.
So, I disagree about. I didn't know where I knew exactly where it was gonna go. It felt. I think it's
to me.
I think for me it's because I was familiar with The Killing Joke, even though I didn't even finish the book. I read most of it, but I already knew which way he was gonna fucking go. I could almost predict what he was gonna do. There's a twist in the film, which I did not expect, which is crucial to this plot, and possibly crucial to his future motivations. But I kind of didn't expect it, but it made sense, and I was like, okay. But there are things about the character himself I was like, I question, because certain things were redefined for the character of Joker,
Of course.
which I'm not exactly happy with. I'm not going to say because Blue hasn't seen it, because they're very crucial elements of this character.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this real quick, Old Ninja. Are you in favor of Joaquin getting nominated for some awards based on this performance? Yes or no?
Oh, I'll say this. This was his movie. He put everything he could in this film. He dedicated him. He went full Christian Bale fucking method acting into this. I think he should definitely get some kind of recognition for his work in this film.
That's a yes on the nomination?
Yeah, yes. He deserves some kind of nomination.
Yeah, I know that he
Golden
lost.
Globe at least.
He lost what, 50 pounds for this
He
role?
lost a lot.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like he's died.
He's gaunt as fuck. Basically like Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like.
Well, it wasn't that bad, but the machinist
No.
that
Yeah,
was
he-
bad.
yeah,
I
he's
saw
pretty bad.
photos of him off with his shirt off.
yeah.
The
It is-
machinist, he looked like he was definitely on death's door.
You look pretty close, man. Because there's different phases of the movie with him with the shirt off and looking different levels of gaunt and super
So,
skinny.
since you guys both saw this movie, like I've heard, like a lot of parents took their kids to go see this because they thought it was a superhero movie.
Who fucking wait, what?
No. So would you recommend this for a kid to go see?
No.
Fuck no. That happened to me. I literally saw it last night. There was a couple of kids that a mom brought in that looked like they were under the age of 7. Them kids were at first talkative towards the beginning of the movie,
Traumatized.
when they're setting things up, and then once shit hit the fucking fan, those kids were like, "Mommy, I got to get out of here." And me and Mishka are looking at this mom like, "What the fuck is wrong with you
bitch.
bringing a 6 or 7 year old to this
It's an
hard
R-rated film.
R,
Yeah.
hard R?"
And it's probably the kind of people that'll like complain about it afterwards. They should have said something, but bitch, it's in the fucking. It says rated R.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it says exactly why it's rated R too. Like, read that shit.
I saw it an ad for or a commercial for it today, and it just had the Joker, and it says, and a big ass rated R popped up on the screen. It's like, how do you not fucking know this movie's not rated R?
It's lazy. That's the reason why I fucked up kids today. Because
And
parents are
those-
fucked up. They're
and
stupid.
Those
And you
kids
saw
are gonna
no other kids in there. It was all like late teens into adulthood.
Those kids are gonna come out fucked up watching this film.
It's the same thing with,
Holy
like when you
shit.
watch movies at like 10, 11 o'clock at night that are rated R and there's kids in there. I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
This is not for kids at all. I will say this, going back to the whole Oscar nomination or award nomination, I agree with you in terms of the nomination. It's interesting to me, the whole conspiracy theory was buzzing online. Robert Downey Jr. fucking said he wanted to pull out, didn't want Disney to help promote him to be a fucking Oscar nominee. And I was like,
Yeah, I
whoa.
saw that. Yeah.
I've never seen that where an actor just said, "No,
That's
remove
happened,
me."
That's happened before.
Why
Well,
no
it's probably because
Joaquin?
he's playing a silly ass character. I mean,
I
I don't think his performance in, all the Iron Man movies, they're not Oscar worthy. I
Well,
mean, he's a good actor, but I mean, they're not some like.
I mean-
oh my god!
But
he's
on the-
it's,
I thought he did amazing in Endgame. I thought
did.
that was
yeah,
really
I mean,
exceptional.
he did good, but when it comes to like, if you look at performances that are by previous like Oscar winners and look at those performances, then compare it to like that, it's like, nah.
Yeah,
man, I mean,
it's
come
just-
on.
He wanted to be pulled out.
Yeah.
Not only that, he was nominated for fucking Tropic Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Well, to be honest, he acted better in Tropic Thunder than he did in.
Dude, seriously, like,
I mean,
he's the only guy that got away with blackface.
yeah, seriously. Like,
in
even-
recent history,
Even when he took off the blackface, I was like, oh, he's so fucking ugly.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, I know Joaquin Phoenix has publicly came out and said like he hates fucking award shows. Like,
Yeah.
if he got nominated or whatever, I'm pretty sure he'd be like,
He probably
I'm
won't
not fucking
go.
going. Yeah.
He's a weird dude. The thing that's
He's
got
been through
me
a lot.
excited is he's talking to Todd Phillips and Warner Brothers about possibly reprising this role later. And so some of that same talk about, oh, it's standalone, it's not related to anything else. We shall fucking see. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, I'll put it in the same realm as like when we talked about the monster movies back in the day.
Mhm.
The one with what's that guy's name? Shit, the guy that runs with him, the short guy, Tom Cruise.
Okay, yeah.
He did The Mummy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's gonna be a trilogy. I'm like,
It's gonna be a whole franchise. Yeah.
Same thing happens with these kind of movies. Like, if you have one that you say is a one-off kind of movie and does well, what your interpretation of well is in the theaters, then they'll probably bring it back to do some more movies.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. It works the same way no matter what the fucking genre is. I'm sure right now Warner Brothers is feeling pretty good. I'm sure Joaquin is feeling pretty fucking good and shit. But we'll fucking see, man. I also want to give credit. There was a lot of quotable shit and a lot of stuff on mental health. I do want people to see this movie. Sounds like Blue is still
I'm still
on board.
I'm gonna go see this
but
again.
yeah, overall, again, we're not gonna go on and on, especially with not everybody seeing it. Overall, what was your review, Old Ninja? What was your number?
Fuck. I was grappling a lot with this because I was on the fence when I left. I didn't know how I felt because this movie is a psychological film. It is not action-packed. I mean, there is action, I guess, per se. There definitely is killing, but it's not like car chases and
No.
like henchmen per se, I guess. There's more of like I wouldn't even say there's a rally. Like people are saying like the Joker rallies people. No, I don't. He was doing his own thing and people latched onto that and used that as a jump off, I will say.
Sure, fair enough.
But there were some things that kind of irked me the wrong way. But I don't want to take away the powerhouse that Joaquin Phoenix was because this was his film. He owned this film. He owned this role again. And it's hard to say even who was better, either him or Heath Ledger. I think they're just different on the same
That's
level.
a high fucking compliment. I just want to take the moment to say that.
But that's where he's at though. I'm just like,
yeah.
So I'm gonna give this a 9.
That is a very solid review.
You're going very far on the fence.
Yeah, I was. Well, there was things about it that I was.
What was gonna give you you gonna make it a 10?
No. There's things about it that dropped it down for me to a 9.
But that's not very much. I mean, and
Yeah.
here's the other thing. Just like I said at the very beginning, in terms of all the other users, the hundreds of thousands of other users, that's consistent with what almost everybody else was
Well,
saying on average.
I don't want to be. There's like 2 things that merge into one big issue for me, and there's other things that are kind of petty for personally.
Sure.
I don't want to be like use these little petty things to knock it down, but watching the film, it will make you feel some type of way regardless. And I think using cinema in that way, making you feel and think about it, because after the film, there was a lot of people I was having discussions with because they felt some type of way. So it's not very often films like that come out. Usually, you just watch a film, like, oh, that was cool.
yeah,
And
exactly.
then you move on.
Exactly.
This
yeah.
movie started discussions. So movies like that, and especially from Todd Phillips, this guy made the
Hangover.
fucking Hangover trilogy. The Hangover trilogy. Like I actually like the Hangover trilogy. The second one's whatever. I'm pretty sure the Oathbreaker liked it because there's live action Fuda, but
I like the Tiger and Mike Tyson.
you like the Tyson. Don't lie. But yeah, I got to give this a 9 mainly because this movie is about Joaquin Phoenix, his version of the Joker, and he propelled it into like just the atmosphere. And even it's weird seeing Robert De Niro paying support to that, but still.
He knew to get information. Real quick, I concur with everything Old Ninja was saying. My review is even higher, man. I enjoyed the fuck out of this. I'm going to give it a 9.6 out of 10.
Maybe I'll watch it.
It's close to a fucking masterpiece, man.
Because the reason why I was interested, I didn't want to watch it, is because of what happened. What I said last week when I was talking about how it kind of seemed like they were trying to go for like this
The
Taxi
artsy.
rap.
artsy
It
vibe,
is.
and I was just like, I don't really give a shit about that. And then like there's people that are in the film industry that that we know personally, and they were like, dude, it totally was that, and it wasn't good because of that.
So here's what I would say. Everybody's going to have their own fucking opinion, and you're going to feel strongly one way or another. Again, I got the V for Vendetta vibe, which I loved the movie, and Watchmen because of the scenery in terms of Gotham is a living, breathing character, and it feels like there's something in the. I think it takes place in 1981.
Yeah, this is
Hard to tell.
This is actually something that Bunny Man was talking about.
Yeah.
It's because you didn't watch some of the old like old cinema films like Taxi Driver, and there's another one too that he brought up specifically. And some of the scenes were almost like scene for scene ripped out of Taxi Driver.
So I've seen Taxi Driver. Taxi Driver is a very good movie from the 70s. It's literally a 50-year-old movie. Yes, from Taxi Driver, Kings of Comedy, and I think the other one was Network.
That, as well as Bringing Out the Dead, a Scorsese movie.
There's homages to some of those movies, but some of those movies are listed as some of the top 100 of all time, from the 20th century. So, yes, that's in there. That's an influence, but so is The Killing Joke. So,
yeah.
I say see it. I got Fight Club vibes from it at times as well.
One quick question before you switch gears. Would you consider this a comic book movie?
Yes.
Or a hero movie? Or is it
This
just
is not a hero movie.
It is not a superhero movie.
No.
Just to be careful with my own words, this is a comic book movie that is its own adaptation of the character that we know. We know it's in Gotham. We know Arkham is there. We know that the Wayne's entire family, hint, hint, wink, wink, is in this movie. So, that's all from comic book DC lore. You can't fucking dismiss that. And anybody who's telling me that it has nothing to do with comic books is full of fucking shit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna throw out one piece of my pettiness. Alfred was a bitch in this, which I didn't like.
He was not as bad. He was not as bad as I would have liked. I agree with you, but hold on. One quick thing though. This is Alfred pre-Batman.
So
Alfred's still
No, I hear you. But he's in my opinion, and everybody can disagree, but in my opinion, there's a different level of protectiveness that we even see in Gotham once his parents are gone versus where he is as a butler prior to that.
Well, his skills are like
he's skilled.
He's skilled, but
doubt.
you don't see none of that.
Guy.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm just telling you in terms of his level of protectiveness of Bruce, I think goes to another level once his parents are gone.
So also, there's also the level of cordialness, I guess. Like, cause he was polite.
He was too polite.
Well, I don't know about too polite, but he was polite to a point. But his skills should have kicked in at one point, and they didn't. So they
could have gone that way.
They made it bitch made. So
that's fair.
That's a petty thing for me. But I mean, if you're watching the film, you probably if you didn't know the history of Alfred or whatnot, wouldn't face you.
Well, doesn't he have a TV show like right now?
He
Pennyworth?
will. I think so. Yeah, it's either out now or out soon.
Okay.
But still, that kind of shit, I was like, really? He should have.
All right. You want to stay with Bat stuff or no? Kronos.
What, you talking about Batwoman?
Yeah.
I didn't watch this shit either.
Ooh.
I watched the pilot.
Okay, because internet no likey at all. What'd you think?
It was a little rocky. Watching that, it wasn't the strongest opening, but I will say the three people that kind of drove it, like kind of held it together, was Ruby Rose, who actually did a decent job, and then DeGray Scott, who I didn't realize.
Who's he play?
He's her dad.
Okay.
He's head of what do you call it? Private security.
He's part of Crow.
Yeah, he's part of Crow.
Yeah, I
You watched the
it.
pilot?
Okay, there
Yeah.
you go.
What'd you think, Blue?
I thought it was really bad. I thought Ruby Rose acting was really bad.
You thought she was bad?
Yeah, you can tell like she's not an actress. Like I mean, because she was in John Wick, right? Wasn't she
She is
in the
in John
first one?
She was mute. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a mute, and
but
there's
she's
a reason
also-
why, because she can't act.
Really?
Dude,
Damn.
like she was kind of horrible.
She's
Like
in Orange is the New Black as well.
Yeah, she's an orange. Blue.
I know you get to see her naked too in that, right?
Yeah.
She got a banging body. I'll give her that.
Yeah. She's like the prettiest boy ever.
Oh.
But no, like I mean,
Damn.
like it's an interesting because they introduced her last season like Supergirl and like one of the
Yeah,
crossovers.
the Elseworlds.
Yeah, in Elseworld, and I thought she was okay in that, but like I mean, this is a pilot, so I'm assuming it's gonna get better.
Yeah, I'm
Hopefully,
hoping
it gets
so.
better.
Dude,
It
you
was-
can't. Again, I have not seen it, but according to the internet, most of them are on your fucking side, dude. This is
Yeah.
sitting at a 9%, not 90, 9% by the users on Rotten Tomato. And then I was like, oh, let me look over at Metacritic. 1.5 on fucking Metacritic by the users.
Yeah.
It's getting fucking destroyed like no. Remember, the CW shows in general are beloved. Their fans go
they're pretty
crazy.
good. Yeah.
I mean, it debuted with 1.8 million viewers when it dropped. So, I mean, I know there was hate beforehand because the trailer kind of was like, seemed disrespectful to Batman. A lot of people were fucking shitting on it.
She didn't say fuck Batman. That's one thing.
Yeah,
that's
true.
one thing.
I'll
She
give it
didn't
up.
say fuck Batman.
So the thing, I mean, I thought she was gonna shit heavily on like the Waynes, but she was like showing how the Waynes like grew up with her and had, like, well, not she didn't grow up, but she was kind of aloof. But like Bruce later on in life kind of helped her out a little bit, and then like the strongest parts of this show were the scenes with her and her dad, and then the chick, the villain Alice.
Who? Can I ask a real quick question just on Batwoman lore? Who changes her costume to fit her rather than Bruce, or does that not happen?
It's oh god, what's the guy's name?
He's
It's
a fox.
Yeah, but it's not Lucius Fox.
Okay.
It's one of it's basically he's Batwing.
Well, yeah, because I'm thinking it's his son, but I can't remember what Lucius Fox's son's name is.
Yeah, I remember the Batwing guy. I don't think that's his son.
That's not his
Well, it
son?
is in the
Yeah.
comics.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Bat Signal kid.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah,
This is,
Bat-Signal, yeah,
this
I
is
get
Batwing, which I guess they kind of tease on the CW sizzle that he'll be Batwing later on, but he's like overseeing the Wayne Enterprises while it's kind of like lockdown or whatever the fuck.
But basically, the whole storyline is Batman's gone, and this company called Crow does like private security, and they're kind of trying to save Gotham, and the head of Crow is Batwoman's dad, but then like her girlfriend from the military is part of that team, and she goes missing. That's what causes her to become Batwoman.
Is there any Batgirl in this, or not yet?
No, Batgirl.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
And they haven't talked about like Robin or Nightwing or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
nothing like that. But it is kind of interesting how the actress that plays Alice, she used to be in Birds of Prey on the WB.
Okay.
She was she was the Canary's daughter who joined the Birds of Prey.
I remember her.
So she came back, and now she's Alice in this, which I'm hoping it will get better. But definitely the pilot was a little rocky for me.
yeah.
Wait, didn't you guys see the pilot at San Diego?
No,
Wasn't it there?
no.
Oh.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
they
there,
were
yeah,
there.
it was there.
They were there, but we didn't see it.
I think not Hobby. Somebody talked about it.
There was so much shit that was going on. That was
Yeah,
I
there was no
get
way.
it. Yeah, I couldn't remember
Yeah.
if you guys mentioned seeing it though.
No, I mean there was a panel. Well, we talked about her not showing up to the panel.
That's right,
'Cause
because she
there
was
was-
injured, right?
Yeah,
Or
she was
something?
injured, or no, she was filming. She was doing pickup shots.
just before she got injured.
Yeah, it was before she got injured. So
Yeah.
Look, I hope they're able to improve upon it. you
Yeah, I
know.
mean,
Me too.
There's a lot of space. Like some of the fight
Choreography?
choreography was pretty decent.
Yeah, it's
but then
good.
again, you can tell like it's like 1, 2, like
Yeah,
somebody's
it's a
off to the
dance.
side like counting like okay,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why wouldn't you just use the amazing fight choreography people from Arrow?
probably because they're working on Arrow.
But I mean, like, just
Because
at least for
Arrow,
the pilot.
the Arrow fucking team is like one of the I say top 3. Like number 1, I gotta say is Into the Badlands.
Yeah,
for sure.
agree.
But the Arrow
yeah.
team,
It's
they
up there.
They work their asses off to pull up. They pull it off in 7 days.
Yeah.
Like huge fights that are like they come off our screen looking spectacular for what they got,
I
and
agree.
it's great. But this, like Blue said, you can tell it's choreographed. It looks like a dance,
Yeah.
but I mean it's okay.
And
But
then like it's really hard. I mean, I'm sorry. Like I'm pretty sure like small people can throw punches, but like Ruby Rose probably looks like she's like
90 pounds wet.
90 pounds. Yeah, 90 pounds wet, taking out like military guys, like punching them, knocking them out. I'm like, this doesn't.
She kind of uses stuff.
But then again, you got a fucking kid who's like 7 or 8 fighting goddamn grown adults. Robin fighting with Batman, knocking out adults and shit.
Oh,
like
he's like
that too,
13.
you gotta
Yeah.
suspend your
Yeah.
disbelief.
You-
I get
you-
it, but it
you
has to
gotta do,
look.
but-
But it has to look cool too.
Yeah,
It
gotta look cool.
it looks okay. It doesn't look cool. It looks okay. It's passable.
And there's like a scene where they fall out of a building and like she lands on her back and she just like smiles and like looking at the girl like lovey-dovey. Like you fell out of like a 18th floor building into a fucking shed. Like how are you fucking smiling? You should be in fucking pain. Even if you have the fucking Batman suit on, you in pain. Especially when you got the person that fell on top of you too. You in pain. So
God damn.
yeah, I'm gonna continue watching it just to see because
I'm seeing this Crisis because part of Crisis is gonna be in Batwoman. And
If-
Crisis is gonna be the shit.
If episode 2 and 3 are of similar caliber, when you bailing out?
man. I might watch it up until Crisis if
Yeah,
it doesn't get
okay.
any better. Because I kind of like I was watching Black Lightning, and I gave it a couple of seasons, and it kind of just wasn't
Fizzled out.
Yeah, it wasn't doing it for me.
It's on its third
You know,
season. It's on its
my
third
mom
season.
actually watched that show.
Yeah.
I was over at her house and she was watching it on like Netflix. I'm like, "Are you watching Black Dynamite?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm watching
Black
Lightning.
Black Lightning." But yeah,
That's it. All right.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm definitely watching this mainly because of Crisis.
Good fucking shit.
I'm waiting for Batman to show up. To be honest.
He ain't showing up. Oh, he might show up in Crisis. Oh yeah, because
Oh, yeah, he is, 'cause Kevin
Conroy's
Conroy.
gonna be Batman. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Sticking with TV, I know you want to talk about them bots, right?
God damn, finally I can talk. I'm talking about shit I ain't fucking watch. Fucking lame ass movies, lame ass TV shows. Fucking bullshit.
Hey!
Them bots is back. Them bots is better than fucking Joker. I'm just saying.
It
I
probably
watched
is.
I watched this opening. This
You
was
watched
a
the
good
opening?
I haven't seen the
God damn, it was a
opening.
good episode.
Yeah,
Holy
it was a good episode.
shit.
Because it's not on Hulu yet.
Oh,
Is
so
this-
you didn't watch? You didn't
No,
chop
I didn't
copy
watch
yet?
it. I was
Oh.
gonna
Is
watch
this-
it. I was gonna watch it before the cast, but I didn't get a chance to.
Is it better than last season's episode 1? Because episode 1, I think they had like that one fucking like the first
Oh, the
30
continuous
minutes
shot?
was a continuous
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
I
And,
like that better. I like
shit
that
was fucking
better.
dope.
Yeah, but
That
this
was
one
a
was
great
still
one.
really fucking good. I
yeah.
mean, people get fucked up.
Yeah.
The main characters die. I was like,
Oh,
and,
damn.
And like the first fucking 10 minutes, I was like, I saw it coming too. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
when is the sniper shot coming? I was like, it's
Oh,
coming,
shit.
right?
There's a
Like, for
lot
real.
of people dying.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
It's really fucking. I'm trying to remember the entire episode. I just remember like the first 10 minutes. I was just like, bruh, like for real.
Well, here's what I fucking love about this. I like BD Wong being
Yeah.
a badass gangster in a fucking dress with with makeup on and a wig.
Yeah.
Like he's intimidating in this fucking dress. I don't know how he does it, man. That's acting.
What's fucked up to me is that the character of what's his name? Fucking Elliot. Is that his name?
Yeah,
In
it's
the show?
Elliot.
Yeah. Like he keeps trying to cross White Rose, and I'm like, dude, I wouldn't want to look cross-eyed at White Rose.
People paid them prices.
Yeah,
Right
because
there in
all
price.
I know is she would just point at you, and within 30 seconds you dead. And he keeps trying to fuck with her. I'm like, dude, that's not the way to go. That's
And
not
then
the
piss
way.
on your fucking grave.
Yeah.
Never forget that.
Yeah.
Squatting.
in a dress.
Squatting.
Talking shit about you.
Yeah. No, I don't know why. I'm like, dude, you playing with all kinds of fire.
All right, get in there. Go ahead.
But yeah,
He
this
ain't-
one, like, he goes back. Mr. Robot goes back to like blackmailing people in this episode, or in the first episode too, and like it was a really fucked up blackmail too, and it was
Just like the ones from the first season.
yeah, that's why I liked it. I was like, he
Oh,
goes
it's like
back to the first season.
The
shit.
coffee shop guy and a child pornography, shit like that. Yeah.
I was like, man, he's trying to like track down who the fucking Dark Army is, and he's basically trying to fuck all them over, but he kind of stepped too far. So yeah,
And Darlene is she's partying like a white girl right now. I mean,
yeah. She's like guilt stricken by
Angela.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of fucking drugs in this episode. I did notice
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
And Darlene is a fucking cokehead. Like, I'll just put it out there just like it is.
People ODing and shit.
Yep. God damn. I mean, you got to watch this one all day.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to. I was super trying to catch up on shit.
And then my favorite thing was a nondescript person who you would never suspect laying down the fucking law and saying, bitch, I will kill your mama. Right here where you
Yeah.
fucking stand if you don't do what the fuck I say right goddamn now.
And she was like, well, I'll choke you right now. I'll choke you right here, right now. And he's like, well, somebody else just come and kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We got eyes on you right now.
I was like, damn.
So if I die, there'll be another person replacing me.
Did you catch the cameo?
Oh shit, did I miss it? Maybe I missed it.
Is it the end
There's a
credits?
cameo near the end. Actually, it's right before the end.
Damn, I think I missed it.
So the director's in the show.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, but when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that's the director. And I'd look it up. I was like, Yeah.
With the OD scene?
yeah.
Okay.
That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, very cool. I'm just glad they're
Definitely
back.
watch after the credits on this one.
It's been like what, a year or two since the
Year and a
last
half?
season, right?
Well, you
It's
know
been a
why.
moment. Well, yeah, he's out there
He's
making
a
that
movie
fucking
star
money.
now,
Yeah.
man. He's making that big money.
Is it an Oscar or a Grammy Award or what's that? I can't
Oscar?
I think
He
an
won-
Oscar. And
yeah,
don't
he
forget,
won an
that
Oscar.
did big money too. I think
Yeah.
800-900 million,
I
something
saw
like
it
that.
fucking twice. I buy it on. I think I have it on.
We
Blu-ray.
own it, yeah. So,
I need to watch
Rhapsody.
it, dude.
Yeah, I need to watch that one still.
This is a
I
good
still
movie.
haven't seen it.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's probably one of my favorite documentaries about a music band.
Okay.
Or
So
documentary in general.
even better than like Ray and
Yes.
Walking Tall? No, Walk the Line.
Walk the line.
Yeah, I just saw Walking the Line, but I think it was better
Walk the
than
Line was
Ray.
pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my first
It
like
made me give a
Joaquin.
fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
that
I
character,
didn't
yeah.
I didn't really give a fuck about Johnny Cash, and then Joaquin Phoenix again. Great actor. He brought it
But
on that one.
Like with this movie, like with the Bohemian Rhapsody, like I didn't realize how many Queen songs I knew. I was like,
yeah, dude.
God damn!
Queen-
I
it
knew
was
like
huge.
I knew a lot of their fucking songs. I was like, I didn't even know Queen did a lot of these
Yeah,
songs.
Queen was huge back then.
Like
Huge.
the We Are, or
We're the
We Will
champions.
Rock You.
yeah, We Will Rock
We Will
You.
Rock
and-
You,
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know that was their song. Or only song I knew of theirs was the one from Wayne's World, the
Bohemian
actual
Rhapsody.
Bohemian
Bohemian
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all I knew.
Which is weird. I'm gonna put this out there. Queen bigged up big booty girls back in the day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even
There's
though
a song called "Fat Bottom Girls."
Even though he was gay.
Yes.
It
Yes.
don't matter.
He
He,
knew it was
bigged
up
them
there.
up.
Yeah,
He
he
bigged
did.
them up. Fat bottom girls. You make the rock and roll go round.
That was fucking great, man.
But yeah, I mean, I was glad Mr. Robot came back with like what I expected, and it kind of raised the bar a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? With like the amount of shit that happened in one episode, and there was commercial free, which is great. Thank you,
Yeah, I
USA, for
noticed
doing
that.
commercial free. Apparently, the Sam Ismail is going to do another show.
Oh, he's doing Battlestar.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
Well, he's doing a different show too. There's one with Rosario Dawson.
Ooh. On
that-
USA?
I think it's on USA as well. I forget what it's called
Shit.
though, but it's like a kind of like a whodunit.
Oh man, you
deal.
gotta look that up. I need to know.
And Rosario Dawson's in it, so you know I'm in.
Hell the fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's doing. Sam Ismail tweeted out that he's not doing Ron Moore's version,
No, it'll be his own version.
but it'll be his own. I guess he's not doing a remake.
Yeah.
It looks like he may be a sequel.
Who knows? I will say this, not to diss Ron Moore because I think he's fucking brilliant, but I was excited for Caprica, and Caprica didn't hit fucking well.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
So, but hopefully.
You watch Caprica?
Yeah, Caprica. I watched it all.
Didn't it last like 4 or 5 seasons?
New, like one and a half.
Really?
I don't think it even made it to the end of the second season,
Oh,
but it was
shit.
great.
Is it-
You're finding the thing with Rosario?
I don't think it's called Metropolis, but
Maybe.
I don't know what the fuck it's called.
I don't
It's
know.
somewhere Rosario Dawson in it.
Okay.
That's all the fuck I know.
That's all you need to know, right?
All right.
Right.
I saw she was in, and I was like, I'm in.
Oh shit! Caprica was only 1 season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
But so far for Mr. Robot, how many episodes are going to be for this season?
That's a good
It's
question.
going to be short, right?
I think
Yeah.
it's the last one. That's all.
Yeah, I know it's the last one. Well, because it was only supposed to be 1 season, and it was so fucking big, they kept it going.
Hell yeah. And now, he's going to be doing all his movie stuff.
It's called Briar Patch.
Ooh, I'm down. I'm fucking down. Oh, speaking of which, I saw the
Yeah, that's
extended
it.
trailer for this Nazi movie, JoJo's
Jojo Rabbit by
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember the guy's
The
fucking
Thor
name.
Ragnarok dude.
Yeah.
Takiti Wahiti.
I had zero expectations. The trailer looked kind of good. It looked really interesting. But anyway, we'll see.
Wait, no, this is season 4, right? Of Mr. Robot?
Yeah. it
Okay,
is.
okay.
It is.
I was like, holy shit, like, there is going to be another season. So this season, it's going to be 13 episodes, which is going to be actually the longest. Because all the other ones, the first and third one was 10 episodes, and season 2 was 12.
Okay.
But these episodes, I mean, they're first of all, they're long episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not just like long as far as like time goes. It's like there's so much like stuff in every minute of the show.
It's
You know
dense.
what I mean? Yeah. It's,
Super dense.
there's no filler.
And there's been times where they've gone like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. When they need the time, they take it.
So yeah. Is Stitch still in that chat with us?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully he is.
Oh, they actually moved the time, too, because before originally it was on Wednesdays. Because I remember, like, for the podcast, we'll go home and fucking watch it.
Yeah.
But now it's on Sundays, so we
Yeah,
get to talk
we
about
did
it.
do that. Yeah. What in the, if he is in that chat, what in the entire shit is going on with these Ghost Recon fucking reviews? Breaking Point.
That's the one with Lil Wayne in the commercials, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was excited about this, dude. These reviews, what's it, sitting at a 57 on Metacritic?
Oh, shit. Damn. That's
Wait, what show?
Ghost
Recon.
Recon.
a game.
Oh shit.
It's getting fucking destroyed as one of the worst games of this year. Like,
What?
I
That's
swear to
weird.
God, I'm not making this shit up. 57 on Metacritic, man. 2.7 with the users on like some other site I was looking on.
Maybe
the
it's
reviews
just-
are fucking trash.
What?
And even the,
The game-
PC reviews.
The game was good when I played the alpha. Like it was.
I
pretty
remember
decent.
you guys saying that. And I was this close to buying. I went to GameStop and then I was
Yeah.
like, let me check the fucking reviews. All of a sudden, all I see is nothing but internet fucking hate.
Damn.
Almost on the level of
So
Batwoman.
what is the hate center around?
I didn't read all of it, but bad gameplay, some bugginess I saw, and overall people just fucking shitting on
Tom
this.
Clancy. I'm sorry. IGN hasn't reviewed it yet, so let me check Metacritic.
Yeah, Metacritic is where I saw the 57 out of 100, and I was like, God damn. That's not usually the
Oh
norm.
shit, yeah, that's low.
Look at that PC gamer at the top.
40%.
Shit.
God damn.
Stitch, where you at? You the one hyping up this one.
Well, no, I said it was good too. So
Oh.
I mean, it was.
You said the
no.
alpha. He said the game. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
he bought it opening night.
I
He
played-
did.
I
He
played the
bought it
alpha.
day one.
Yeah, and it didn't seem bad to me.
Yeah. Something wrong. There's some kind of disconnect here. Something is not fucking adding up. And usually, the Tom Clancy's are usually very solid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. Even the division, even the first division had like at least a 7.
Oh, yeah. No,
When
it didn't get bad
And when it
reviews.
first came out, it was still like incomplete.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the user because user scores are fucking 2.7.
Dude.
Yeah, that's fucking
This one,
horrible.
Screen Rant gives it a 2.5, but Screen Rant
Was there some kind of weird controversy with this one?
I have no
Okay, so people are
idea.
saying microtransactions.
Oh, shit.
Fuck all that.
Microtransactions are acceptable. Yeah, this is, but
That sounds like troll.
it's
shit.
fine unless it's pay to win.
Yeah.
Like I don't really give it to those microtransactions as long as it doesn't interfere with the game.
Yeah.
And like when I was playing the alpha, obviously there was no microtransactions at
Sure.
all, so it was fine. Yeah, everybody's saying it's riddled with microtransactions.
I mean, you can overdo it with them, but usually, again, this is a franchise that most people in general already love, and Wildlands didn't get this kind of hate. You know what I mean? 2 years ago.
Yeah, Wildlands is good.
I don't know what the fuck happened here, but I'm gonna stay the fuck away from it.
Okay, this is like kind of typical of this is what an asshole does.
Yeah.
This is actual review. Gave it a 0. I ignored the microtransactions for a second. This game is typical formulaic Ubisoft garbage.
Ooh.
It's incredibly tedious. I'd rate it 4 usually, but I'm going to balance it out for the fake 10 reviews and just give it a 0.
You definitely get
that's a troll.
that. Yeah, you definitely get that online. Can't defend it, but some people are gonna do that. Usually, the positive reviews do balance it out. You know what I mean?
A lot of people
I think
are
the
talking,
game-
like, most of these comments are about the microtransaction. Like, I'm wondering if it's something like
Yeah,
you
I
have
think-
to pay to pass or.
I don't.
Pay to play. I doubt that. I don't think Ubisoft saw what happened with EA. They're not going to repeat that. And I'm pretty sure the user reviews are going down because of the microtransactions. So they're just. I mean, they did the same shit with Captain Marvel.
I don't know. A lot of these people are saying
Well,
that.
again, this is for gaming reviews, and usually, again, the critics for gaming, not for the movies, but for gaming, they're not always on point with the users, but there's not this much of a everybody shitting on this.
So
critics
Game
and
Game
users.
Informer gave it a 6,
Out of
okay.
what?
which is out of
10?
10.
Well, 57 out of 100 on Metacritic is pretty consistent with a 6 out of 10, and that's still a pretty bad review for a Tom Clancy AAA game, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, usually they're above average.
Yeah.
I mean, this is barely above. This looks like an average game, which is
Dude.
a bad look for
For a fall launch, again,
for a Tom Clancy.
for a fall launch when we have Borderlands 3 that's already in the wild. We got fucking Call of Duty right on the doorstep, and then Death Stranding and all this.
We got a Star Wars game coming in
Yeah.
a few weeks. We have Death Stranding, and there's one more.
There
No?
was going to be Doom, but that got pushed back.
Oh yeah,
But I mean, you got all these big releases, and you're going to put out this?
Yeah, I feel like
Ooh.
this is all just like not real reviews.
yeah, I feel
Because
like
everybody's saying microtransactions, but I don't see them actually commenting on the actual game.
Okay.
yeah, that's what it looks like.
Like,
They're just trolling.
Yeah, very few people are actually saying that.
Yeah.
Like
But
what
it's-
is wrong with the game?
But do you know of any thing that would be spurring besides the game itself?
I think the fact that it just has microtransactions is pissing people off.
But so many games have that. Why pick
Yeah.
on this one?
But some people are saying like it's pay to win type deal. Like I'm just kind of briefly reading through the people's comments, and like a lot of, I mean, most of it they're talking about microtransaction, but some people are mentioning like it's pay to win.
Well, I mean, for me, pay to win. There's different kinds of pay to win usually. The most egregious one, which is where you should give it a very low score, is when you're playing the game and you literally cannot progress through the game without paying money into microtransactions to get better gear to get through the game. Obviously, with that kind of shit, fuck that game.
Yep.
But if it's just, they're saying, one of them that I read, it said that you can pay to buy better weapons, gear, and even skill points. Well, I'm like, okay, but you don't have to buy them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Unless it's stopping you from playing the game, where like literally you can't get past points of the game unless you buy certain gear. Like, I don't really understand the point. And if you're playing, what do you call it? Like multiplayer?
Yeah.
There's usually an evening out factor. Like, you can't just buy some badass gun that does like fucking 10,000 damage. Like, all that shit evens out when you're playing multiplayer. So
I hear you. And I haven't played this one, but I remember on Destiny, I think it was Destiny 2. Sometimes you would have to grind for
A minute.
like a
week.
week,
Yeah.
just to get one item. You know what I mean?
Well, but usually that item was supposed to be worth it. And generally, it was. Generally.
But imagine doing the grind for a shit weapon. And
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
that's
saying
the
that that's
worst.
the case in here, but either do the grind for a shit weapon or pay to get this get a great weapon.
So look, GameSpot, they haven't scored it because they're still playing. It says their score is in progress, and IGN is the same. Maybe more when people finish games, because apparently it's a large game.
I hear you, but I will say this too. Usually what happens in the game industry is Ubisoft would be so fucking proud of this going gold and whatnot, they'd release it to the big ones to play it so that a review is ready that first week. Usually. That doesn't always work, but that's usually how it works. When a company doesn't do that, usually they're hiding the fact that it might be a turd.
What is it interesting? Because like I'm looking at the reviews for the PC games, and like some people are talking about that the game is real glitchy and this and that, but a lot of them are bringing back the whole microtransaction stuff. But they're also talking about how like like one reviewer said they said the alpha and beta look promising, but this is the new Anthem. Hardly a main story, monetizing of weapons, XP, boosts, items. They truly no need to play this actual game. Just flash your credit card and there is no reason to waste your time on this game.
Damn.
So
I'm gonna wait to see more reviews come through. I mean, it looked promising, but a big indicator, Black Friday. If it's half off by Black Friday,
It's looking like this is going to be half off next week, bro.
damn.
I mean, real talk. This is Ubisoft. This is Tom Clancy. This is big shit.
This
you
is
know?
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll fucking see.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if Borderlands, if you can buy their points, but I'm not sure if you can, because, I mean, technically, Borderlands isn't. There's microtransactions, sort of.
Yeah.
I don't think you pay for them though, so I'm trying to figure out.
I think you can pay for cosmetics.
Yeah, because I mean, with golden keys, that's game changing.
Sure.
Oh,
You know what I mean? But I don't think you can buy them though, which is kind of weird.
You have to. I think you have to get them from Gearbox themselves.
Yeah, they give them out on their Twitter and whatnot.
Yeah,
The codes.
I'm trying to look because, yeah, it's only redeemed codes, so I don't know how to. I've gotten a bunch of codes, but it's just through like social media and shit like that.
It's way better balanced. I mean, they put
Yeah.
some time into it and attention to detail. It seems like, I haven't played this one, but it seems like this one released way too fucking early. But we'll see. And they should have stayed in the fucking oven.
Can we talk about what's on the list? It's kind of apparent to us.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Purge has
Oh, yeah.
descended on most of Northern California, Central California. I don't know if this has made national news. I'm pretty sure it has.
Probably has.
Because, I mean, we obviously are podcasting, so we have power for now. But there's some shit going on. Looks like 800,000 people without power for anywhere from 2 to 5 days.
Yeah, we should probably do a better explanation. Like,
Yeah,
why.
that's
I mean,
overview. But we can go deeper. Go deeper.
Jump in.
Yeah, so PG&E, it's Pacific Gas and Electric. So here in where we live in California, we only have really one major utility for power. Technically, there's two, but the second one, they use the same transformers and transmission lines. So it's basically one. It's PG&E. And 9 years ago, PG&E had a gas line explosion in San
Bruno.
San Bruno. That's one of those sands. Too many sands.
Everything is a sand here.
San Jose,
And
San Francisco, San Mateo.
It caused a huge amount of damage. It killed some people.
Yep.
And
It fucking destroyed a whole town, basically.
yeah, and so they got put on probation by the government. And since then, there's been a rash of fires here in California, some of which have been caused. Like last year, the vast majority of fires that were in California were caused by PG&E's transmission lines. The biggest being the Butte fire.
Yep.
And that one, I'm sorry, the Camp fire.
Camp.
And that wiped out literally an entire town off the fucking map. It's called Paradise. It killed like a bunch of people. 50,000 people had to get moved from their homes.
Yep.
It was fucking disastrous.
The air was shit all over.
Oh yeah,
Northern
like
California.
it's
for
real bad.
months we had to wear like masks, like in what is it in China where they have the mask for all the smog they have there.
Like the
Yeah.
division.
The air quality here was the worst ever.
Yeah, it was terrible. And last year they got hit with so many liability, fees that they actually ran out of liability insurance. So they did a deal with the state of California. They got authorized to raise the rates for all their electricity. I'm like, what the fuck? Just to cover all like the claims for all the insurance claims.
Yep.
And this year they decided to mitigate their liability. They're going to start shutting down power to problematic areas where if it gets too dry and too windy, they'll just cut off power so they won't possibly cause a fire. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, they're totally fucking over the residents here.
This is a major metropolitan fucking area of the country.
It's one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Seriously. It's like, what, L.A., the Bay Area, New York.
Chicago.
But Chicago's got less people.
No, well, Chicago has slightly more. But
Well, no, it's a smaller area, though. Like, there's... In the Bay Area alone, there's a shitload of people. I'm pretty sure the Bay Area as a whole.
no,
is more than
Chicago's number 3.
You think so?
Yeah. It's at the 10 million mark, and we're at like 7.7.
Really? Okay.
7.2. But
Well, we're
in
up
any
there,
event, we're
yeah.
very close. But yeah, it's huge. It affects a lot of lives. The other thing that people don't think about, just at a human fucking level, is there are elderly, there are disabled,
Yeah.
people that need their AC running, people that aren't very mobile, people that are on fixed incomes. That when their freezer goes out, it's
That's
a
all the
huge
food for the
it's
month
a
and
huge
shit.
fucking burden.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not just their food. Their fucking insulin will go up.
Yeah, exactly. So, this could unfortunately indirectly cost some people their lives as well.
Yeah, and it also impacts like schools because I saw that this is probably good for anybody who goes to college. But you see, Berkeley had closed today. But then like one of the hugest things that they were talking about today is that there's a tunnel that goes from Orinda to into the bay. It's
Caldecott,
called
right?
Shut down.
Yeah, they had to close the fucking freeway because the tunnel system. They have like fans to be able to circulate the air, and PG cut off the power to that.
Well, no, so they didn't cut it off. They cut it off, I think, later on in the day because they got to get emergency generators. They're like, you can't shut it down like without this kind of notice. So they got emergency generators, and they're waiting for the generators to get turned on.
But like the impact that would have had, like they would have shut that freeway down, it would have been impossible for people to get to work. And
Yeah.
like we also have like BART and stuff like that, like our public transportation runs off electricity. And there is no threat to BART being shut down, but it's like
Yet.
there's a possibility basically. But
Yeah,
it's-
they do have backup, but who knows? Those can't run
only last-
forever.
yeah, only last-
yeah, it's a disaster waiting to happen. Somebody that worked for PG&E got shot at today.
Oh shit!
Like
That
on the
was-
fucking
yeah.
freeway.
And,
Like, I told you
Lafayette.
it's gonna get back quick.
God,
Like, people don't believe me. I'm just
damn.
like I'm fucking going for my firearm license next week.
Do it.
Just
It was-
fucking because I'm not fucking around with people that because if power goes off for like more than 2 days, it's basically fucking Mad Max.
Yep.
Like seriously, in
the
an urban
Purge,
area.
baby.
I agree. It's going to be all bad. And it's such a wide area with such a huge population that it's a recipe for disaster. It's time to get out of Dodge.
Yeah,
Well, like on the news, I was gonna say, on the news they had like a newscaster. She was like filming one of the cities that power went out, and like they turned off the power at midnight because the power went out at fucking midnight. So you probably woke up the next day and you didn't have any fucking power if your alarm clock even went off. But like the woman was standing in the middle of town and basically pitch blackness. Like none of the store lights were on, none of the street lights were on, none of the signals or anything was on. It was just pitch black, and she was only illuminated because they had like the camera lights on her, and that's it. But it was so eerie to fucking see or watch.
Yeah, they made it a state of emergency in the entire county of Santa Clara. There's a fucking curfew in place.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in
Morgan
Morgan
Hill.
Hill. There's it's fucking crazy. Like if you look at the one thing that's also really crazy is that they don't know when they're going to turn the power back on. Nope. That's the bad part because when you go in there, you see, oh, they're going to shut it down this time, and that time is kind of variable too.
Yeah.
And then it just says TBA to when they're going to fucking turn it back on, and that's fucking ridiculous. Because if you look at the list of like when they're going to shut it down, it'll tell you because there's you can get put on like what's called like a medical exemption for power, and the people that are on that list, they'll tell you the number of how many people are going to be affected by the power shutdown that are supposed to be medically exempt from these kind of fucking blackouts.
Yep.
And they're just like, well, fuck them.
Damn.
Exactly. I mean, it almost reminds me of some of the shit after a hurricane in like Puerto Rico or one of the Caribbean islands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is totally man-made by a company that paid out over $4 billion in dividends and just recently paid out over $11 million in fucking bonuses to their executives.
Yep. And people are pissed about that fact.
Oh, yeah, of
'Cause
course.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
They get millions of dollars and you can't literally charge your cell phone.
Well, their stocks fucking tanked. I looked and it was the high was like at $50-something. Now it's I think it's below. I gotta check out
It's like
afterwards.
$3.
No, it was $10 today, but then like at the end of there was after hours trading, and it was even worse.
Good. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's all bad. So
Yeah, it's Jesus Christ, it's below. It's about $8. It's actually
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
Let it burn.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
they're
it's at exactly $8 right now.
so I mean, there's gonna be people in the streets trying to riot and shit, and I'm gonna be ready with the bat.
Better not have no Joker mask on.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be all bad. So they're good. They push back some of the blackouts to tomorrow. So be on the lookout. If you're in the Bay and you're listening to this, you might lose power. I suspect that no matter what PG&E says, more people than they say are probably going to lose power.
Yeah, I was reading on I think it was Business Insider or something like that. They said it's going to cost the state of California $2.6 billion just on these blackouts alone.
Yep.
Well, just because like
Yeah,
it's
dude,
gonna a lot of
Silicon
companies
Valley
will be
with no
closed.
power?
Yeah. Like a lot of companies gonna have to shut down, and like employees won't be able to work, so productivity is gonna go down. So there's gonna be
And
a
you're
lot
not
of
buying. The other thing is we're dependent on retail and buying stuff and
yeah.
e-commerce and shit. You're not doing any of that goddamn shit except for necessities
Yeah.
when the power's out.
Well, it's crazy because like last night, like I went to Safeway, and on my way home, I drove by a gas station, and there was like a huge fucking line of cars because I guess everybody thought the power would be out like at midnight or whatever,
Yep.
and that they won't be able to get gas the next day. So a lot of people were fucking filling up. At first, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh shit, is this gas station having to sell? Let me get in line, pay fucking $2 for gas instead of $5." But no, those motherfuckers are trying to get gas for tomorrow or some shit.
That's why I told Kim, I don't like having my car with less than 100 miles worth of gas in it. Because, like, as serious a fan, I need to fucking at least get away from, like, major metropolitan area.
Yeah.
You know?
The horde, goddammit.
Yeah, the Purge, Bay Area edition.
What's going on with you boys over at Blizzard?
Whew, boy, I'm fucking
Boy.
hot about this shit.
What's going on?
I'm hoping that it's Activision that's doing it and not Blizzard. So apparently there was a Hearthstone player who spoke out against Hong Kong because of the riots and stuff like that. Because there's a whole bunch of like humanitarian. Or was it the other way
About
around?
China.
About China, but it was
With
the
the
Hong
Hong
Kong
Kong
riots.
riot,
And there's a whole bunch of humanitarian issues there that they're fucking. The list is endless.
Mm-hmm.
And so he spoke out, against like the government.
Yep.
And Blizzard / Activision said that basically I think they deplatformed him.
Yep.
And then they wouldn't give him his winnings for like winning like a tournament or something like
Yeah,
that.
because he's a pro player.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, you can't fucking do that. Like, you can't choose sides like that. Like, what the fuck?
You know what Blizzard / Activision is really all about, man. The Chinese marketplace.
Yeah.
And they're choosing.
Because you saw the next story that came up, right? That nobody
Yep.
put together.
Yep. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I jumped on you.
The next story was that they're trying to get Call of Duty, the mobile version, in the Chinese market. I'm like, well, that's the reason why this guy got deplatformed. Was because of that shit.
Yeah, it's incredibly lucrative and financial. The other thing, not to derail this, but it's kind of going on in a tangent way. For sports, the NBA is actually having a huge problem with China right now too, because the what's his name, the general manager Maury or whatever for the Houston Rockets got on Twitter and basically showed support for the Hong Kong protesters. And for those who don't know, the Houston Rockets have a long history with Yao Ming and stuff with China, and they do.
Was his name Yao Ming?
Yeah, Yao Ming.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, and he, Hall of Famer and whatnot, played in the 2000s. Well, the NBA has a giant presence in China, and those motherfuckers are basically saying, we will do whatever the fuck you want, China. We're going to censor our own fucking staff and employee, much like Blizzard is. No. Everybody's kowtowing.
Fuck
That's
that.
all bad.
But as you mentioned, the Chinese government is doing some human rights violations and quelling legitimate protests where people just want literally some of the same rights and freedoms that we enjoy. And some people have died in the streets.
They've still censored their fucking internet.
Yep.
To this day, they just recently raised their one child thing to 2 children.
Yeah.
But and that was like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they're still like way behind as far as like civilization goes.
Yeah.
They might have like technology and shit like that kind of figured out, but there's a lot of shit they're fucking up too. Like their emissions are still all fucked up. You know what I mean? People are still dying in factories and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, again, they opened fire on some protesters that were not armed and not like doing anything that we would consider like breaking into windows or breaking into cars or whatever, really protesting and wanting their rights. That's foul. And I'm not afraid of the Chinese government. I know we're not either, but
No.
you know what
Fuck
I mean?
China. I don't give a shit about
Yeah,
China.
exactly.
God, man.
But it's like, wow, to see the NBA, to see Activision Blizzard, and we know their financial investment. That's why they're doing this.
Yeah.
That's why they're being chicken shit.
But you can't. Listen, you shouldn't let money, like, they're basically buying your morality. You
Yeah.
fucking baseless fucking bastards. What's wrong with you? Like, seriously, you just gotta ignore all the shit that they're doing just for some money? Just to get your little fucking shekels? You fucking assholes?
Yep.
Like, you already got, I mean, you're making a decent amount of money around the world.
Yeah.
You don't need to be tied into some fucking bullshit-ass government,
Yeah.
you know, to make a little bit more.
You know what I put it to, and I don't think this is too harsh of terms, because I look at, like, we're all older. South Africa ended apartheid when we were in high school.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of companies, including U.S. companies, doing plenty of business with them during the apartheid shit.
Yeah.
Foul, evil, racist government shit, you know, and those who didn't speak out, history doesn't look too kindly on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Just do the right thing, man. Come on.
Watch. Someone from China is gonna slide in our DMs, offer us money
Yeah, not for me. You can offer me,
if we just don't talk about them.
they can offer me $1 billion right now. I'd be like, no. Get the fuck out of here. Like, literally. I don't give a shit.
Dark Army coming
Yeah,
in them
okay.
leather suits.
Oh, if White Rabbit shows up, it's gonna be all bad. If you see White Rabbit show up to your spot crunners,
I said $1 billion. 2 billion, maybe. That's a lot of money.
Give me one of them infinity pistols. I'm
yeah, that's all bad.
A billion and a nickel. I'm done. Got me sold.
Yeah, so
Oh my god.
take everything we got.
Can I throw some shade on one thing? I was actually looking forward to possibly going to the HentaiCon 2019.
Oh, man.
Shit, yeah.
Purple
We're
Heart.
Yeah,
we're
but
trying to
this-
get press passes.
Yeah,
for a long time.
I was trying to get press passes and trying to get a panel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I heard about it at Fanime when we
Yeah.
did our presentation on the villains and whatnot. I was like, oh, that sounds like a fun ass con. It's a real thing.
Yeah, and it
Down
was,
in Burbank.
was it like this was gonna be like the third year, right?
Yeah.
Second year. It's the second year.
Yeah, second, third year, whatever. Down in Burbank, still in California, not too far away. They sent me an email saying, what had happened was we gonna cancel this shit, and literally 3 weeks ahead of time.
God
I
damn.
was
Is
like,
it 3 weeks?
That was like that one con. Remember the one that had
Yeah.
The one
Mercy?
and the one on the East Coast. from last
yeah,
year?
yeah, the fan con.
Oh
something
yeah,
like
that was all
Well, that
bad.
wasn't that a scam though? Like, did he like take all
No,
people's
they
money and shit?
last minute they like pulled out because of money or whatnot.
Yeah,
No, but
it
but
seemed
money,
scammy.
But money
Yeah.
was traded.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And they
people
didn't pay it
people
back.
bought tickets, hotel rooms.
It's like
flight.
Firefly.
All
Fire-
kinds.
You know what?
Fire
I'm
Festival.
pretty sure, if we really looked it up, I'm sure some folks had bought hotel and bought flights for
Of course.
HentaiCon.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's only like about 2 months, or not 2 months,
Like
a couple weeks away.
A month away. So, again, I hope they get it together financially, but I would not next year be, trying to plan my flight down there in advance too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering because the con didn't seem like it was that big. I feel like it was just taking off.
Yeah.
So
Things happen.
But they posted what was going on. Hey, we're sorry, but this is what happened. They didn't go super like detail, but they broke it down. Like this is basically their financial backing pulled out.
Yeah.
So
Well, they're refunding money, so that's good. That's
That's a good
There
sign.
you go.
You know what? I can't shit on that.
No.
Props to y'all.
And they have on here like how you can cancel your room if you book like a hotel room and stuff like that.
All right. Then I fuck with them still. That's cool.
Yeah.
Shit happens. You know what I mean? Who knows what happened behind the scenes and all that shit.
Well, on here it says that the reason for the cancellation was that two dominating factors that caused that their data server provider corrupted our data and our hentai content have been compatible. They had compatibility issues with their venue.
Sound like someone was looking at kitty porn and got busted, don't it? You know what I mean? Like Elliot got up in there.
They should have all kinds of backups and shit.
Yeah.
All
right.
Anywho, I mean, we have backups.
Mm-hmm.
So if SoundCloud went offline today, we have every single episode
Yeah.
on like 2 different hard drives. So
Yeah.
You made sure.
there's a couple things. There's one thing that's not on the list I kind of want to talk about.
What's that?
It actually goes back to Joker. So I was talking to Cronus and Stitch about this. So before the film released, like around the 3 weeks beforehand, the FBI issued an official warning to be aware of incels that may act out.
You're way late on this, by the way.
Yeah, but this is because I didn't know what the fucking incel was. I thought it was like an American version of an infidel.
Really?
Yeah, I
Jesus
didn't know. And then when I went and like did a little bit of looked under the hood, I saw that an incel, by FBI's terms, was a involuntary celibate
It's
male.
not by FBI terms. That's what it's actually called.
well-
it's not just their term.
I didn't know it was. It looked like it according to their little post. That's what they declared it as.
No,
so.
it's like them declaring that a man means a guy with a dick.
Oh,
That's just what it's called.
Not in 2019, though.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I should have
yeah.
done an example, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So there you go. 29. So cancel culture says no. So according to this, but I was not aware that this term even exists. But literally, the FBI told you to be aware of virgins and dudes who can't get none because they might blow up a theater.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
literally what they were saying.
Go ahead.
Instead of busting, you gotta bust some nuts, not blow up shit.
The fear mongering on this shit just went so fucking overboard, man.
Kinda
We
did.
talked about the whole thing of the army's on watch. No, they
No,
aren't.
no.
No, they're fucking not. And then the other thing was they tried to say, oh, in one theater in Kentucky, someone sneezed or laughed too loud and he had to be escorted out. That happens in every fucking movie.
Well, I heard that there were some people that were, I guess, fucking around and like they opened up their emergency exit and left it propped open.
Okay.
Maybe. I know that
That's
there
the Joker movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did
there's
that.
one in
How many
LA.
died? What's the death
Still-
count?
still nobody.
Exactly the same as Endgame and Infinity War.
Yeah, I know that in
come on.
LA they emptied out a theater because a suspicious person was there, but nobody was hurt.
Okay.
Still,
People in LA are suspicious in general.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit.
Why the fuck you live there? I'm just saying.
still incels.
At least it was in Florida.
God
Oh,
damn.
in Florida.
Florida man
man.
coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Florida
Well,
man is-
speaking of Florida,
yeah.
a new season of Big Mouth dropped this week from
Oh,
Netflix.
Fuck
shit.
yes, and that was one of the best
Yeah,
episodes of
holy
Florida.
shit.
God damn.
How many episodes have you seen so far?
I think I'm on like episode 5 or 6. I think probably like 6.
Yeah,
But that Florida one, man, that's god damn.
This is season 4 or season 3?
three.
Three.
So yeah, new season of Big Mouth dropped, and it's fucking dank as fuck, dude. Like this, I was like, how can they make the show even fucking danker? And somehow they magically did.
The
But
first one wasn't the first one about the girl like figuring out how to jack up or something like that.
Oh.
Was it the first episode?
no, the first episode was shit. What was it? The kid got the cell phone, I think it was.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
got the fucking cell
So
phone
they're
and
going, like, it's cell phone addiction. That's just
yeah. But the Florida one was fucking hilarious because they kind of get into the realm of incest.
Cousin fucking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's kind of it's Florida, so a lot of shit goes down there. So it's,
Yeah.
and there's like a country chick who loves blowing up fucking boats.
Blow some boats.
Yeah.
Oh. Do they
And
still
it-
have those demon ones, or not demon, like the hormone?
Oh yeah, the
creatures?
hormone
Hormone
monsters.
monsters.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
still in there too. But the show's fucking hilarious. I love it so far. But like, there's like one of the magic guy. He gets fucking home alone. So he's like,
Yeah.
he wakes up and he thinks his house on fire, but it turns out the parents had the house fumigated and they forgot about him.
Yeah.
And he's in the house like when they're smoking out the fumigation shit.
God
Yeah.
It's hella
damn.
funny, man.
Dude, it's fucking. And then, there's like a scene where like, cause he goes to one of the boys' parents' house, cause they're in Florida at the time, and the kid, he tells the parents like, make sure he doesn't like keep him away from my pillow or some shit like that, cause he's like known as fucking his pillow.
Oh yeah, that was in the earlier seasons. Yeah.
But like in season 2, he fucks his pillow and a cushion couch now,
Oh god.
and he's like really questioning like his sexuality, and he doesn't know if he's gay or not. This
It's a
show is
great
fucking
show,
twisted,
man.
dude.
Oh,
It's-
that was one thing we should bring up because you had it on your page. You shared it where there's a scene where they're going through like a bunch of different like sexualities and stuff like that. I guess people got mad. Some hoes got mad.
Yeah, the hoes were mad about the definition on this again animated sitcom about bisexual versus what was it?
Pansexual?
Pan, yeah. And I was like, who in the shit fucking uses like The Simpsons or South Park or any of these other animated shows, Family Guy, as their guide for sexual orientation, like to the T? Like this definition, I disagree with. What in the fuck?
I just want to feel special. Listen, nobody gives a fuck. I said it. I'll say it a million times. Like, what you want to do sexually, the only time anybody ever gives a fuck is if they want to fuck you.
Yep.
Any other time, nobody, generally speaking, unless there's some crazy Christian folks that care about people butt fucking, in which case, fuck them. But generally speaking, most reasonable people, they don't really give a shit about you and your sexuality.
Nope.
So for you to sit there and say, oh, well, they didn't get it exactly right, because they don't really give a shit either. You know what I mean? They're making fucking jokes and shit like that. They shouldn't have fucking apologized about it. It's so fucking dumb.
And I'm gonna say this too, I struggle with the difference between bi and pan.
I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sierra Mist was trying to break that down to us one time playing Black Ops. You remember that old ninja?
Wait,
And,
what?
With sexual orientation definition, it is a little murky. It's not as clean as.
Dude,
Yeah.
there's literally like new definitions every 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Like the new one of the ones that some
Another fucking letter.
there was sapiosexual. I was like, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Yeah.
That sounds like you're pulling some bullshit and putting words together to define your personal sexuality. Like, how many people really identify as sapiosexual? How many people have? I mean, I guess more people identify as pansexual, but I'm like, okay, sure.
I mean, you could be into whatever you want to be. Every single individual thing that you might happen to be into doesn't need a fucking name.
No shit.
It really doesn't.
That's what it feels like.
You can just say Bob likes fucking this jackass, or this horse or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, this person that like looks like a cow, like a satyr. This person likes fucking satyrs.
They should just call it what it is. Horny motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're all horny.
man.
All
Some of
these
them aren't.
things about
No,
like
that's true.
You could be asexual now. I mean, come on, man.
God damn it.
Y'all should
Not
just,
sexual.
I
Not
mean,
horny,
I'm
anti-horny.
gonna put this out there. Actually, someone else has already put it out there, but I'm gonna reinforce. Just say you're part of the alphabet people.
There you go.
There you go.
There you fucking go.
And don't come at me on fucking social media talking shit. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Don't try to break down the fucking alphabet shit. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't.
Didn't ask.
Yeah.
Didn't
ask.
Didn't ask. Didn't tell.
I don't care about your sexuality in the same way that you don't care about my sexuality. I
Yeah.
hope you won't. I hope
Yeah.
you don't, because there's no reason for you to care about my sexuality. So,
Unless they're trying to bang you.
yeah, in which case, I got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Boom, shut down.
There it is. I'm gonna watch season 3 for sure. It looks
Dude, it's
Yeah,
fucking,
it's
really
really
good, man.
fucking hilarious.
the Florida one, though, is just, I couldn't stop laughing, man. I almost started crying.
God fucking damn. I still got to get you into Carol and Tuesday. You're not on it quite yet.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'll check it out.
I have it on my list.
Still watching some other stuff. I just got the screener for Jack Ryan.
Oh, Jack Ryan.
So
Oh, is that the
it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Season 2. I don't know when it comes out, but I
thought
the,
season 2 was already out.
No, it's not out.
With the guy from The Office, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm embargoed until like the 21st, so it's definitely not out yet. Yeah, it dropped. I got the email like a couple days ago, so I decided to watch the first episode. It's like, well, I can't talk too much about it, but the first episode is longer than normal.
You nearly dropped it on yourself.
Yeah, I was like, shit,
Nobody
I-
asking you, and you're like, yeah.
I like my access because I want to have the early access to The Expanse.
Oh, yeah, there
'Cause,
you go.
So far, Amazon has been gracious enough to give me, which I need to switch it over to get it to us, early access to their major shows, starting with The Boys, then we got Carnival Row, and now Jack Ryan. So hopefully that transfers over to The Expanse
When is that
sometime
dropping?
next month. It drops, I think, in December.
Okay.
The Expanse, but I really want to watch that as soon as fucking possible because I love the show. I loved it when it was on Sci-Fi, and I'm gonna love it going forward because it looks exactly the same.
I can't believe Sci-Fi let it go.
Yeah.
But here we are. I want to grab the wheel for a quick second on something that just seems fucking weird to me. There's new footage of the Square Enix Avengers game, and
Here we go.
yeah, so the thing that's just weird for me, there's so much rah-rah, praise, and I love this. We'll see about the game. It's still very fucking early on or whatever. Some of the stuff has looked a little choppy and like PS3 gen looking.
It looked, when I first saw it, looked shitty. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with
I
you.
mean, a lot of people said that.
Yeah.
Some people are going by the fact that obviously the MCU is huge and you want to play an Avengers game. I totally get that.
Yeah.
We haven't had movie tie-ins most of this MCU run, right?
No,
Most of it.
that's
Most of it.
incorrect.
No, I'm talking about like from Phase 2 on. We haven't had a whole lot of movie tie-ins.
I can't even name one.
Phase 2, probably not. Phase 1,
Maybe
definitely,
there was a
'cause
Cap
there's
game.
there's an Iron Man game with the full voice cast, including
There is?
Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, it was shit though.
Yeah.
That's why. And then there's a Captain America game with Chris Evans as a voice.
Yeah. Super early on, Phase
first-
1.
I think those are the last two because this is like PS3 stuff.
Yeah, like kind of mid or early. Or
End
mid,
of this
yeah.
end.
Yeah, but in any event, they don't do as many movie tie-ins. We got the amazing the Spider-Man on the PS4, which we all fucking love. I want to play as the core Avengers. That's what we all been fucking waiting for.
Well,
You know what I mean?
but it shows you that in the trailer.
Yeah.
You play as each one of them.
It feels like, again, we'll see if the trailers are legit. It feels like they do that in the beginning, and then it seems like there's a drastic shift away from the core Avengers.
Is
Am I
this-
tripping or not?
Is this the game where they're like hella disproportionate, like their head's hella small,
They
their
look funny.
body's hella
No,
big?
well, no, it wasn't like, not like that. Like, it's not like super disproportionate. Or because you're talking about Kamala Khan.
Khan.
Yeah,
Who
there's-
I think she was an Avenger at some point.
okay, but
so-
she's definitely not in the MCU yet.
No.
And I think
But
we
it's-
all want to play as the core Avengers first.
Well, I think looking at the the trailers for the game, this is definitely not the MCU version of the Avengers
No, not quite.
because they don't even look the fucking same.
Yeah, and there's
mean-
not the voices.
No, so I think that's how they're going to get away with it, which is fine. I mean, I'd rather have more characters available that play uniquely, you know what I mean, than less. I mean, I don't need just the first, 5 or whatever. So, I mean, I'm fine with more.
Yeah, I would like the stars of the show to be the core. Waiting as
What
long as
you're
we
saying
did.
for the MCU, though. But
I'm
this
sorry?
isn't- I mean, for the MCU, yeah, but this is not an MCU tied.
No, but I would like to
Yeah.
star at least the 6 that are in the Avengers.
Well, they're in it, so you got what you wanted.
No, but I want them to be the main core.
Exclusive?
So I hope not exclusive, but they need to be the main stars. And it does seem like we'll see they are shifting a little bit away from that
Yeah, well,
because they say literally, okay, Cap dies in the very beginning.
Okay, well, we're gonna disagree then, because the Avengers is way more than just those core people. There's way more Avengers than just them.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So I don't have a problem with them going to having more of them.
Yeah, and it
expanding
doesn't.
upon it because it's not tied to the MCU. Therefore, they can expand upon the other characters. So I'm fine with that.
So what this looks like to me is like a third-person version of Ultimate Alliance, where you play as different characters throughout the mission, and you can probably choose who you want per mission. So the way that I saw news was coming out,
Okay.
like Camilla Khan brings back the Avengers after their fallout. Yeah, you probably play for her as like a short bit, but not the rest of the, because they're claiming this
I
is
hope
a
that's
50-hour
correct.
game.
I hope that's correct.
And like Chrono said, there's a bunch of Avengers, and you in the trailer you play as different characters. It's literally you watch it camera shift to someone else, and you see controls go to someone else.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure, just like Marvel Ultimate Alliance, based on what they've shown me, what it looks like is I'm gonna be able to play as multiple Avengers, and there's gonna be each one. You're gonna be able to play as a different Avenger for like maybe 45 minutes or so, and then you switch over to someone else, and then someone else, and then maybe you get to pick, stuff like that. And they're supposed to be multiplayer, so there's a lot.
there's a lot
involved
going
in
on.
this.
I see what you're talking about, though. I mean, I'll agree that they missed the boat on getting like what could have been like they should have had a AAA title with the Avengers in it that were like the MCU Avengers.
Yeah.
They totally missed. Remember back in the day when they used to. I think what happened was because they used to come out every fucking movie had a goddamn game.
That
Most
was
of
rushed.
them were shitty.
They were
Yeah.
rushed because they wanted to time it to come out right
Yeah.
when the movie came out.
Yep.
And so they rushed it when they should have taken 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
to really put together a quality product.
And this is kind of like the consequence of that, right? Because they made so many shitty games that were tied to movies that nobody was fucking buying or
Yep.
playing, and so now I think that they're not interested in doing that again. I think someday they might,
Sure.
but as far as like their money making comes from, they're making so much money off just the movies.
Of course.
They don't-
And the merch.
So I totally understand why they're not even doing it. It's like it costs so much money now to make a game compared to like back in the day.
Oh, sure.
Like I mean, look at
Agreed.
the budget cost for like a God of War game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's probably in like the tens or maybe even hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's a lot.
You know what I
Red
mean?
Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think even Rockstar won't even post how much it costs to make that game.
But it's,
So
But if you look at how much they make,
yeah,
I
it's
mean-
incredible, especially with the ongoing stuff and online and all that.
yeah.
We'll see. I would love to see, playable stuff with Vision and Falcon and Wanda and Wasp and some of the more core traditional Avengers that we've seen, even in the expanded movies and whatnot. Yes, it's not tied to those movies. At the end of the day, I want a great game. I really do.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to play as, for the most part, these core Avengers that I've wanted to for all of this decade.
So look at this. 2008, May 2nd, literally the weekend Iron Man came out, there's an Iron Man game. It came out on the Nintendo DS,
Wow.
the PlayStation 2,
Yeah.
the PlayStation
Yeah.
3, the Wii, the Xbox 360, the PSP, and on Windows.
Yeah.
And what
This
was-
is published.
What
This
was the
is
score?
I
Down
don't
there
know
with
the
Ghost
score.
Recon.
Yeah. This is published by Sega.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was probably real shitty then.
Yeah.
This
I mean, Sega hasn't made a really good game in a long time, y'all. Let's be honest.
but
You know what I want to play from them though, and
mean,
I'm not
Sonic
defending them,
is
but
Shenmue?
the Yakuza games are supposed
Oh.
to be pretty good.
Supposedly, but
I haven't checked them out.
those I don't think you'd like them at all.
JRPGs?
It's not even. I mean, it's sort of an RPG, but just those style of like Japanese sort of like it's their version of like a sandbox game.
Yeah.
Like Shenmue, you would fucking hate.
I haven't heard of Shenmue all that much.
Oh, that was like Sega's staple. And they're supposed to come out with a sequel
It's on
across
Dreamcast.
all platforms.
Yeah, but it's taking forever because they had to crowdfund it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, I'm not completely shitting on it. I hope this fucking knocks it out of the park, but it needs to be on the level of Spidey or some of the Arkham
Oh,
games.
so this is why Terrence Howard quit. He was in the Iron Man video game.
Oh, shit.
This is why he bitched out.
Oh.
He's like, hey, man.
Yeah, god damn
Got
it.
me in this shit, man.
What's this shit about? We get a new John Wick. What the fuck?
We're getting
we already knew
spin-offs.
that. We're getting spin-offs, yeah.
So just announced was the Ballerina, where it's being produced by Keanu Reeves, and it focuses on a female, all-female, like in the John Wick. You saw John Wick 3, right?
I didn't see 3 yet. I saw
Oh.
the 1
What
and
the
2.
fuck? Are you serious?
Yeah, I know it's out on
God,
Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's
I
on
didn't
Blu-ray
watch it.
now.
that, man.
Well, there's a scene from the Ballerinas where basically they're ballerinas, but they're trained to kill, and there's like a spin-off story about one of them getting revenge.
So they're going to call it Black Widow. And
Oh shit!
All right, what's the name of
Pretty
that movie
much.
with Atomic Blonde? That's gonna be.
Oh, Atomic
Yeah.
Blonde was
No,
good.
There's a new one too. There's like Ellie or something like that with another
There's
model
Anna.
chick. Was it?
Oh, I know what you're talking
There's
about.
been a bunch of
I
Spy
think that
Girl movies.
I think that came and gone already.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
they usually
about
don't do
that.
well in theaters, but, I
No.
mean, they might break through. So
Well, when you tie
mean,
it to the
Salt.
John Wick franchise and it's
Yeah.
rated R and fun,
I
maybe.
want to see the Holly Berry's one. Holly Berry's is badass. And
Yeah,
yes,
she
I'm
was
saying Berry's,
badass.
not Berry. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
'Cause she was badass with the 2 dogs.
She made up
Yeah, it
for,
was
for
awesome.
Catwoman.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's and there's also the Continental, which is supposed to be a TV series that prequels John Wick, but it's about the hotel and the assassins that go there, the rules of the hotel. People run it before then.
They're gonna have a boy in it. What's that black dude's name?
Oh, yeah.
voice.
Yeah, from
He's
the
in
from the
Fringe.
Wire. He's
Yeah,
a
he was in
great
Fringe.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a great actor for
he was
his name.
awesome.
Good
Same
shit.
room, Mr. Wick.
All right, do we
Maybe
want to do
French or
some
something?
B's and B's? I feel like we got most of the fucking list
There ain't
gone.
none on there.
Yeah.
Most of it. We didn't
Well,
talk
we're
about
talking
Tyler Perry.
I don't give a fuck about. I mean, it's cool that he's got his own studio, but he makes really bad movies. So he makes movies that perpetuate stereotypes. That's what I cannot fucking stand about his movies.
Yeah, and they're just really weak ones. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I love the fact that he owns his own shit. That's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got your own studio. You're hiring people. Awesome. Make better movies.
Yeah,
The
please.
one with Janet Jackson was really good though. Why
one?
Did I Get Married? Because that one didn't have Medea in it. It had Janet Jackson in it.
The ones without
Sold
Medea
it.
are better than the
Yeah.
ones with Medea. I'll give you that.
Well, Rick and Morty season 4 has got announced.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a trailer.
Trailer.
Yeah, trailers dropping in November.
First
So-
week in November, is that correct?
I can't remember the exact.
But it's
date.
only gonna be 5 episodes.
You know what?
I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I need.
I don't even care. Go ahead. Give me some more fucking Rick.
What in the fucking trailer? There's like a scene where I guess Morty has like some kind of skin condition, and Rick
Yeah.
tells him like, "Okay, Morty, you only have this on for like 5 minutes. Anything higher than that, I don't have to chase you down and hunt you down or something like that." And then it ends with him fucking like, "God damn, Morty, I told you no longer than 5
Like
minutes."
mutates
something
into
like
fucking
that.
some monster or some
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
funny.
All right.
But of course, it's fucking Rick. What do you expect?
Fuck, I can't wait, dude. It feels like we've been waiting too long. Do we want to do some B the B's?
There was one that somebody asked. Okay, what was it? Big titty coths or
Oh.
Stu was talking about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dirty Stu. He was saying if you had to choose only one, big titty anime
Anime.
girls or big titty, I think he meant live action goth
Goth
girls.
chicks.
God damn it, fucking Dirty Stu. Only someone from Scotland could do this
Yeah.
fucking level of cruelty.
So someone said, what if you had both big titty goth girls that were anime big titty girls?
Those do exist.
So then that's a win-win.
That's
But
a
they're
unicorn.
not live action, so if you're going live action, then obviously big titty goth chick. Without the knives in her boots.
No, you need them knives in the boots,
She,
man.
but
Come
she,
on.
no, she ain't stepping on me with that shit.
Stepping on your soul, goddammit. I'm gonna go live action big titty goth girls, cause goddamn, I need my Elvira in my life. What y'all got?
Yeah, I'm saying, she don't need sunscreen. It's all good.
I'm gonna quote a very wise young girl. Why not both?
Oh, very well played. Well played. All right, Kronos, what you got?
So my daughter started preschool this week.
Wait a minute, wait.
That's awesome. Just saying, that's great.
Okay.
No, but he meant to the question.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
the
was
question?
like,
I
wait.
thought we were wrapping it up.
Oh no.
Oh, well, that's very awkward. Then.
That was a weird.
That's weird.
That
was a weird one. The big titty goth girl.
That was not a good segue. Not a good segue. All right, thought we were wrapping it up. My bad.
Oh man.
That was
Okay.
all bad.
Might have
My
been- might have been
eyes
worse.
jumped up.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa,
Worse.
wait.
Worst segue ever.
Yeah.
I just gotta be.
I'm gonna go with the goth girls.
Okay. Wait, what? The animated or the big titty goth girls?
Goth Girls.
Live action.
Live
Okay.
action, yeah. I mean, you could see them in real life and feel them.
Exactly. It's really fuck them. What were you gonna say, Blue?
Fuck, I had a question, but it totally just slipped my mind. Fuck.
Shit. All right. Well, we're wrapping things up. Goddamn it, for real this time. Old Ninja, what you got populating this week? Goddamn it.
I'm going to it's weird to say, but I'm going to a high school football game. My niece is cheerleading, and she's coming down to the Bay, so I'm gonna see her.
You sure your parole officer is okay with this?
Dude, what are you talking about? They want me to coach. You tripping. Looking forward to surviving the purge. Probably gonna get me some bats, nail some nails through them, maybe pick up a compound bow. Be ready for people to try to loot the house. If I do have power, be gaming on some more Gears. I'm close to the end. Definitely finishing Borderlands 3. 'Cause, I think everyone finished that for me.
No, I haven't finished it yet.
Okay,
haven't
I'm on the last mission, so I'm pretty close.
Let's get on tomorrow.
And then I'm gonna see Gemini Man. I think Blue was talking about it. I'm gonna see it tomorrow.
Look a little rough.
Yeah, I mean, this is an Ang Lee film. I kind of like Ang Lee, even though what he did to the Hulk. I know you're probably all butthurt about
Fuck
it.
Ang Lee.
But he's still a good director.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, man.
Yeah.
I do love that. Okay, halfway fuck him.
So I plan on seeing that, and I think that's about it.
All right. Kronos, this time,
What
telling
I
us
really
what
got?
you're really doing.
God damn, all right. So my youngest daughter started preschool.
He's all
Nothing to do
bitches.
with titties or anime, nothing like that. She's only like 2.
That's good.
But yeah, she started preschool this week, which is great, and she's doing really good,
Excellent.
which is great. And she got potty trained over the weekend. We had
Awesome.
we had to come to Jesus moment. We're just like, you know what? We're just gonna sit down and we're gonna get it done.
I love those.
So yeah,
Those are parenting fucking moments that you got to be proud of for the rest of your life.
yeah,
I've had
yeah.
that. That's awesome.
Yeah, y'all don't understand how great it is to like not change diapers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially once they get 2 and them bombs that they be dropping are just like
Yeah.
adult fucking shits.
Yeah. Man.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's. Oh, what are you guys doing over the weekend?
I'm going to a high school game.
What a
Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday.
Probably should get some more work done on the Infinity Base.
I might be able to help in the afternoon.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Let me talk to Rick.
Yeah, if you get a time for the afternoon,
I'll
hit me
talk
up.
to him tomorrow.
Hit me
I
up.
know what my question was now.
What you got?
So my BTI question for you is: who will win between Rick and Venom?
Rick?
Rick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rick got better tech, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Rick.
tech.
Rick will just hit
Ve-
him with the portal and send him somewhere.
And Venom does have weaknesses. We know fire. We know that
Sound.
sound waves or
Yeah.
certain vibrations fuck him up.
And if
You
Rick
telling me
finds
Rick
out,
ain't smart enough to invent a fiery ass sound wave thing?
yeah,
no.
once Rick knows his weakness, it's over.
And the other thing is, Rick has been fucking up aliens since Jump. Let's
Fucking
be real.
aliens since
Yeah,
Jump.
he's been fucking them too.
Yeah, like that whole symbiont planet where everyone in that planet was that one chick,
Yeah.
and he fucked every single one.
He sure did. And then burped afterwards. Oh, with Rick. All right. Blue, what you got populated this week?
This weekend I have what am I got going on? So I just ordered some new TV mounts. So I'm gonna be mounting some TVs in my house, which is kind of cool to say. My
All
house. I actually got 2 photo sessions I'm doing this weekend. So one of them's with a friend of ours, came NASA. I'm doing a photo shoot for her. Finally
nice.
getting around to doing that because the weather has been bad the last few times we try to get together. And then I have a high school reunion photo shoot I'm doing. A class of 2000 or I think it's like a 30th high school reunion or something like that. It's up there in the numbers.
Class of old people.
Yeah, basically.
God damn.
But it's those things are pretty fun to do. Like I like to see like all the people get together and like they get drink and like start talking shit. Like this one chick, she said something really weird to me. I wasn't sure if she was like drunk or if she was like. But it was really weird. Like I was kind of uncomfortable. Like I was like I need a dope, but she was only like 2 years older than me.
She asked you to lick her ass or what?
No, nothing like that. But
Oh.
like the way she said it just sounded really weird. I was like, I feel scared for my life. Not my
Right.
life, but it was. If the Swedish found out, I would have been scared for my life. Basically,
Oh,
fuck?
so you were scared of your virtue being taken.
basically, this chick was kind of weird. But yeah, I'm just looking forward to that.
Queen of Spades
Playing-
out there.
Basically, dude.
Face chain.
Because like I was like the only person of color that was there, so
Oh,
She
yeah.
had that tattoo, didn't she?
Yeah.
I was
Or no,
looking
it's
for
not a
it.
tattoo, it's anklet. She had Kate Spade on an ankle.
Sometimes
Ankle.
a bracelet too, necklace. Anyway.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be playing some Borderlands, try to catch up because I'm like maybe level 15 now.
That's all good. I have 2
16.
characters, so we can
Yeah.
run it.
Yeah,
That's so
let's-
crazy because I'm like I'm level 50 on one character and like level 20 on the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
level
20 or 30,
22 on my second character. Yeah.
All right.
Let's definitely play tomorrow, even if it's the 4 of us.
Yeah, maybe around like 7 or 8ish.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I'm definitely down for some Borderlands. I gotta finish that fucking game up. I'm shitting all over. Fuck everything about the Addams Family cartoon movie. It doesn't have
that
Raul
shit.
Julia in it.
He's
Fuck it.
dead.
I know, but fuck it.
Oh my.
Fuck that
goodness.
movie, man.
It looks bad.
It does. It looks like fucking shit.
It looks like the new Scooby-Doo animation.
It does, like
looks
made for
fucking
TV
bad,
bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, man, this looks whack, man. Don't watch that shit. Go watch Venom, or no, Joker. Shit.
No, watch Venom.
No,
Fuck
yeah, don't watch. No, I guess. God dang. Oh my goodness. We are Black and Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out. We are now on Spotify. Check us out every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Black and Black Times Infinity. Our official website, BThanBTI. That's BTHAN BTI. And then on Twitter, @BThanBTI. Instagram, Stitcher, Player FM, Apple Podcasts. Go in there, rate us, leave us a comment. And on Radio Republic, we're on there as well. Check us out.
You said Spotify, right?
Yes, that was the first one. Because we are on there now.
Go get some gas station dick pills.
Why?
They're fun. You gotta pop them like candy.
You do realize you could possibly get like an aneurysm.
Still worth it.
It's steroids too. You can get fucking yoked.
Oh, yeah, there you
A lot of
go.
them have steroids in them. Just saying.
Workout.
That-
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
That's for real.
Do dick pumps.
Dick cocaine.
Try it on an empty stomach. Fuck it.